back with your shield, or at least up on it. Your prophecy's been sealed, but slaughter your opponents. Fight against fate, you ain't survived this long just to die. They said your quest was stupid, we'll prove that phrase a lie. Go make them fantasize, make them eulogize all your accomplishments, your victories, your battle cries. Fight on, you new heroes, go forth and forge your legends. Wanna be demigods? You better go and get it. Start up a whole new epic, make them go right and epic. They'll sing some songs about you, they'll say you're fucking epic. They'll set some brand new records, they'll downplay your effort. They'll say it's all genetic, but they just don't get it. The battle scars, the sweat glistening on your skin tells a different story, so you fledglings better go and win. Soak up all the glory, no milk drinker, you were weaned on gin. Become more than man, make these kings bow when you walk in. Make the gods forgive your sins, you fall hard for every win. Tear the threads of fate, no matter the stakes. You're the leading actors, this your stage. You cannot be caged, ignore all your fears, pick up your blade. You will conquer every challenge that dares to come your way. Look death up in the face, regardless of the size of the threats you might face. You can bend, but remember heroes, you must never break. And when all else fails, just remember to rage.
Hello, we are live. Welcome to episode 3 of Miss of Hecenae. Yay, clap, clap, clap. A Bronze Age fantasy. Run using the playtest rules for Draw Steel, packet number 3. Some exciting news. So, I'm sure you've all been listening to that fire song by Tiggy Taggy. Tiggy X Taggy? Is the X silent? I'm assuming it's a Hunter x Hunter situation, but I never...
Hunter Hunt, no, it's not. I don't think he would do that.
Oh, okay. Well, Tiggy X Taggy, check this shit out. You can listen to a song on Spotify, Apple Music, and iTunes. Link below.
Let's go!
Oh yeah.
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 Really good. Go listen.
Yeah. Okay.
Give him a like, comment, and subscribe while you're at it.
Yeah. Do that. You notice that there is a bit fewer of us today. Mara she had surgery, so she's recovering. So super fair for her. So give her good wishes. And Knife's at a hot girl party. So
Yeah, it's hot girl summer over there in the knife house.
Hot girl summer in the knife house, yeah. Yeah, but with us, we have, let me see at Discord, we have Cypher. He is playing Yuri, the human censor. Say hi, Cypher.
Do it.
Hi.
Yeah, do it.
Hi, Cypher. It is I.
Next, we have Skipperson. He is playing Oswald, the Revenant talent. Say hi, Skip.
Hello. It's good to be here. I'm super excited. I've been looking forward to this all week.
Good.
Hey.
And lastly but not least, we have Vile Yuzu, who is playing Solim, the High Elf tactician. Say hi, Yuzu.
Yeah. Hi. I didn't plan anything cool to say in that moment.
That's fine. Who really does?
You're so right.
Yeah. So yes, we are joined by our crew, and I am Lavender Gardens, your director for the evening. So yes, one bit of housekeeping that I fucked up last week. You know when Tassem killed all those guys and after next, that should have been a victory for y'all. So gain an extra experience.
Let's go.
Your experience war. You should that should have counted as a victory, but I listen. I'm still new, and I thought Victor joined combat, but then I looked over and it's like, oh, it's any encounter, and it's like, yeah, that makes more sense. That makes way more sense than how I thought it was. So, yeah, learning.
Given that we just rested, does that mean that it goes directly to XP?
It does go directly to XP.
Okay.
Yes, because you are going to be resting. So yes, you spend the night resting, and you set sail in the early morning on the old...
Sorry, hold on. I'm still trying to find my sheet.
Oh, sorry.
There. No.
Heck.
Yes. Okay. So, how do we mark level then?
I just
since
write
we
it
get
somewhere
XP from
anywhere, because I think the
Okay.
sheet that we are using does not have experience. I think it was made before experience was added, because I think that's for playtest number 2.
Okay, so experience. We had 4 victories. It's just 4 experience?
Yeah, for experience.
Okay, thank you.
Yeah.
Okay. Sorry about that.
No
Continue.
worries. So yes, you are traveling on the Swift Star Breeze. You have gone out of port in the early dawn. Maybe not. Maybe like 8 a.m. seems good. Enough time to rouse people out of bed, get the drunken sailors sobered up. So I guess whereabouts are you on this ship?
Oswald is 100% up on the main deck.
Okay.
He's been in a box too long.
That's fair. I
Let's
wanna
just
see
say.
the open skies. Oswald is on the top deck. Are you by the steering wheel? What's it called? The boat, where you drive the boat. The helm. Are you by the helm?
Yeah, I think that would make a lot of sense. Somewhere up high, either on like the maybe not the poop deck, but the raised deck that's in the back.
Yeah.
Or yeah, by the helm.
Okay.
If the captain lets him.
Yeah, no, that's fine. You'll see that at this current time in the morning, Palm is currently manning the helm. She is doing that. And yeah, where is Solin?
Where is Solin? What do they got like lower?
There is.
Is it just a flat ship?
No, there is a crew quarter which has all the rowing and their quarters, and then there is a mess hall, and also you have a private room, and there's also the captain's quarters.
Okay.
It's a pretty big ship.
Solin's gonna be hanging out where I guess it looks like there's seats there. Because what's the middle part of the inner ship? Oh, it loaded.
Yeah,
it loaded.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
Yeah. The middle part is the rowing dock.
Sorry, not the middle part. This one, the bottom one. What's this area here?
That's like a mess hall.
Okay, and this is the captain's quarters. You said.
Yeah, you can be in the captain's quarters. She's doing work. She's looking at maps.
Okay. Yeah, I would be with them looking at the maps too, trying to learn.
Okay. So yeah, it would be Captain Celiel and Berenice. They are planning their route. It is quite still storming, right? So they are using Berenice's Oracle visions to see what's the best route. Kind of nice when you have someone who can kind of see the future and specializes in storms. Okay. And then where is Ure on the ship?
He's on any pod where he's like sort of looking out on alert.
Okay,
This
so
is what happened
top
last
deck.
night.
Yeah, fair. Yeah, it is storming in the top deck, but it's not as bad as when you came here. It probably will get worse as the day goes on, but for now it's fine, and it's fine-ish. So yeah, I actually kind of want to narrow in the captain's quarters. Also, if anyone who was on the top deck wants to come down to be in the scene, totally just feel free to be one. Otherwise, that's totally fine. If we look at the big map, you see the map of Hecenae on the table, and Solin, you are in the discussion with them, and you probably Captain Soliel would have asked where your destination is, right? And I'm assuming. Well, yeah, I'll let you. Where's your destination?
Before this happens, could I flash back to a scene where I ask where everyone else was directly heading?
Oh yeah, we can totally
island?
do that. We can say like the night before or even this morning when you're boarding the ship.
Yeah, because what's your name? Oswald. You don't have a direct destination. You're just looking for the rest of you, right?
That's correct. I think the only lead we have so far is thanks to our magnificent Oracle companion. The one name I didn't write down.
Bernice. It's spelled like Bernice.
Bernice.
But like it's pronounced differently because it's in the past and names are said differently.
Okay. Thanks to Bernice, she implied that a good place to start would be oracles that are more specialized in location in Thalius. Thalius.
Thalius, yeah.
But aside from that, my primary concern is making sure that these cults and their diseases do not spread to Sepria. I still have my oath to maintain.
Of course. What of you, Ure?
He gestures. Where I am doesn't really matter so long as I find these cult members that worship the kings and put an end to them. He says like he can go anywhere, and then if he finds like any evidence and he has to leave, he sends a pigeon home to send someone else there. So he's just kind of like rolling with whatever happens.
Then if it's all the same to the both of you, I would ask if it's all right for us to head to Chimeria first, as I have immediate business there.
That I think was your initial request yesterday, was it not? So yes, I'm on board for that.
Okay, perfect. Okay, flashback over.
Yeah, we could. Yeah. That's good. And as for Tassem and Nolia, they're seasick. That's why they're not here. They're seasick, so they're in their quarters.
Yeah.
So yes, you are in the captain's quarters with Berenice and Captain Solin. And so yeah, the captain asks, "Where do you want to make destination?"
We'd like to head straight for the port in Chimeria, if that's all right with you.
Chimeria. Berenice kind of looks. She gives a look. I'm not sure if you can quite pick up what she's putting down, but she sighs and she's like, "Oh, that is That might be difficult. But the captain
yes,
says,
I heard.
but not impossible.
I heard such tales, but I wasn't giving any specifics. Do you happen to know more about what the goings on there are?
Yes, they are, well, they've closed their borders. Any ships trying to travel there are, well, if they're merchants, their assets are seized and they're turned away. There's rumors that there's a few trusted traders that are able to actually make port. But the way I see it, there are two ways of going about it. There's a simple way and a fun way. And you see when she says simple, Bernice kind of rolls her eyes. Why, the simple way, let's start with the simple way. We simply travel to Athos, and we just become trusted traders. It's as easy as that. Bernice is like, it's a little bit more complicated than the captain lets on. That might require some social maneuvering. Yes, but I'm sure you're valiant adventurers. I'm sure you know people in the right places.
Well, I do happen to be from a trading company.
Oh,
that's
perfect.
Actually why I'm heading there.
Perfect.
Well, that's the official reason.
Then I'm sure you could easily make do. And then there is the more, well, adventurous way, let's put it. Instead of traveling directly to the island of Chimeria, we travel to the smaller island within its borders. That would be Dorusos. Dorusos is, well, the Wolf of the Sea is rumored to be protecting its borders. Rumor has it that she might be part of the faction that is more favorable to traders, that's looking to open the borders once again. If we could head there, and I know she would be right on our tail if her reputation precedes her, of course. Why, we just make contact and we get in her good graces by letting her know that we are simply trying to help her faction out. You see Bernice's face at the mention of the Wolf of the Sea, just kind of, there's almost like a dread to her face. She's like, yes, it's adventurous for sure. While there are rumors of her being part of the faction, the faction that is supportive of traders, we don't know if that's true. And, well, she might kill us. Oh, relax, Bernice. I'm sure I trust my gut. And I have a feeling that she is a righteous individual. If you say so, Captain. But of course, it's not my decision. It is, of course, you and your companions. You can take whatever route you think is more beneficial to your cause.
I'll go ask them.
Of course. So you head up to the top deck. Yeah.
Yeah.
And yeah, it's raining. It's kind of, the storm's kind of picking up, gray skies. You can kind of see off in the distance, like, those grays are starting to turn into more thunderous black clouds. That's going to be some rough sea. You can, you literally see, the sheet of rain coming down over there. And yeah, so Oswald's by the helm, and I think you say you want to be alert, so you'd probably be near the front of the ship.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, but you're able to gather them up.
Right. So when I gather them up, I'd like to tell them about what the situation is.
So we have those two choices, huh?
Yes.
What do we know about this Wolf of the Sea? How open to parley is she really?
I'm assuming we're gonna say for convenience sake that you're near the helm of the ship discussing this, and so Palm's right there, and Palm overhears you, and she kind of lets out a little gruff chuckle, and she's like, they say she's fickle, like the sea itself. Depends if you impress her or not.
What does she find impressive? Just she like most Chimerians, and she respects force?
Rumor has it, now I've never met her myself, of course, but rumor has it that she's a bit of an odd bird compared to other Chimerians. What she finds impressive, well, that I don't think I could tell you. But I don't think force is her answer.
That's very good to know. I mean, I like that plan. I know it's a bit of a gamble, but we end up with a foothold and a potential ally in Chimeria. That would be a great boon. I mean, I'm not of use to you anymore, unfortunately. My knowledge, my knowledge of Chimeria ended about 100 years ago. I keep a lot of Chimerian asses 100 years ago, but not.
Yes.
So hopefully there's some records of my prowess, and maybe that will impress them. But not. I was kind of hoping we could rely on that. But if that's not the case, then at least I know that we're a robust team and we have a lot of skills available. We could always challenge her to something, something of her choosing, and best her or whoever she chooses. If she's not going to just outright slay us, and if it is, we leave. I can still kick some Chimerian ass. That's not the problem.
Can I make a culture roll to see if I want to know how they settle these kinds of disputes in Chimeria, if I can study that?
Yeah. We'll say this is, reason makes sense because you're using your knowledge. I would also let presence work, as if you you've talked to people and you just picked up rumors, but depends on how you want to go, if you want to do book smarts or
My reason is better,
Okay.
so.
Can I help, or is my knowledge too out of date?
Think your
So
knowledge
you'll
might
be
be out of
history, wouldn't
date.
All right.
Yeah, I want to make a cultural, so.
Ooh, 18, tier 3.
Yes.
That high elf skill is real nice, I'll tell you that. Okay, so typically when they do get kind of things, they're either one-on-one combat or skills of athleticism is kind of their go-to. They love to do competitions that show off, like, archery competitions is a big one. Wrestling is another one. Basically anything that you'd think of as like an Olympic sport, like the classic Olympian sports would kind of fit into that line.
So then it is within reason that we can impress them with some feats. And then I'm gonna turn to Ure. Well, seeing as you're the only physically fit one of our current group here,
I mean, you're
I
physically
believe
fit
that would be
yourself.
well, you know what I mean.
You have an archer's body.
I have an archer's body, but I'd imagine they'd prefer something more
Yeah.
masculine. Is that the word? I'm not sure.
I think I'm picking what you're putting down. But like archers, like especially to like do like a warbow, like you'd be kind of jacked.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, real talk. Like for Skip's quick history corner, the bodies, the upper arms and chests of British men when they were using the British like great bows back in the 1300s, I want to say. There's like evidence of their skeletons being like huge and warped and like thicker arms because they train so hard.
That's
so like
awesome.
yeah, if you've got an archer's body, you're not anything to slouch at.
No, you have a +2 in might. You are quite like you got muscles.
I got some stuff, but I think
an elf frame, is that what you're trying to get at?
I think they would prefer, like, I'm not saying that I couldn't, I probably could. Yeah. But I would have more confidence to assume that they could. Out of character, I don't have anything. I have nothing, no skills in anything physical. So.
Oh, I see what you're saying. Yeah. You only have your might, and you don't have like training.
Yeah.
Thinking hearing the two of you talk about that, Oswald will pop up and say, "Do the Modern Olympics not have any sort of events, but for physical fitness? Is there not a magical portion?" Or a psychic portion?
You would know, Solon, that's kind of not their forte. Like, they do have magic, but they like to use magic to augment their physical stuff. They're all about, like...
enhancement.
Yeah, they're all about, like, strength of body. You'd actually know that the reason they're named after the Chimera is each represents a different facet. So the snake represents the spear, the goat represents their shield, and then the lion represents their pure brawn, their pure force of power, right? And so when the spear and shield fail, they just rely back on their bodies. So they're all about training their bodies to be peak physical perfection almost, right? So like, yeah, there will be people that use magic and psionics, but like they prefer to be like, that's like to enhance your already physical thing.
No, I don't think they would like. I think they prefer matter over mind, if you will.
I think Oswald's going to slump again at this. It's just another reminder that he's less than half the person that he once was. And just like, I see. Well, I will do my best to support.
Now, hang on a second. They enjoy working on their bodies. Do they not? Maybe we can convince them to help you make a body, until you find yours.
Well, we'll see. Color me a skeptic. I do not foresee what a previous enemy of mine, I do not see them stepping forward to celebrate something that is a non-natural body.
Yeah,
but hey, if you find evidence to the opposite, I will happily entertain it.
Of course.
I mean, what? I shouldn't be so negative. Maybe my body's actually there, right? I was killed by Chimerians. I don't know what happened afterwards. Maybe they took it.
I don't imagine that they would. I don't know if they would care. But let's see. And so yeah, it's going to be up to you to perform some physical feats and impress them, Uri. Are you up to the task?
Uri kind of like, how do you explain it? It's like, there was a part of him that was kind of like lost in thought, so he apologizes and he asks, what did you want from him again? Out of character, I had to leave for a second because cats were screaming.
No worries. I saw. Solin's gonna think, and then, Uri, can you flex right now?
Sure. He like nods and he kind of like rolls up his sleeves and then he just kind of like he tries flexing it. How's it looking, Lav?
Yeah, how's the flex looking, Lav?
Yeah, but you're a strong guy. I mean, that wheel is a very big weapon, so you need a lot of like strength to wield it. It's basically like the equivalent of like using like a greatsword or like a hammer, right? A big maul. And the fact he's able to use it with like depth. He's a strong guy.
Perfect. Do that. And whatever else they ask of us. and we should be okay. I'll try and talk our way into a situation where we can use that.
Okay, perfect. So you're gonna head back to the captain to let her know?
Yeah.
Okay, so when you let her know that your plan is to go after the Wolf of the Sea, it's almost like she's like trying to restrain herself, but like she's like rocking on her heels, like, rocking back and forth. Like it almost looks like she wants to start jumping. And Bernice's like, let me get you a drink, and she passes some wine to the captain. And the captain's like, oh yes, right. Clearly she's super pumped for this plan. The captain is like smiling, and like remember, she's like an inorganic living creature, so her eyes look like marbles or like glass. They're shining so much. Like there is a light inside the eyes that's just shining. And she's like, we'll plan for sail at once. She's rubbing her hands together. And Bernice has this really like concerned look on her face, but she's like, well, she shrugs and passes the wine to the captain. And she's like taking it out of the room. So and she's like, I hope you know what you're doing. I trust your judgment, but just like, the captain's, she gets excited easily about adventure and whatnot. So if she ever acts weird, that's just a quirk of hers. She won't throw her lives in danger. You don't have to worry about that. But she gets very eager about it. It's the curse of the mnemonics. When they're on the lower planes, their emotions act up a bit strange.
Well, I wouldn't expect a careful captain to be able to lead us through this chimeria in a timely manner.
Of course, she is honestly the best dang captain I've ever seen sail the seas. We'll get there in about 3 days or so.
3 days? Excellent. That gives me time to plan.
Okay, so yeah, what is your plan for those 3 days?
In the 3 days, I would like to read up on their religion.
Okay.
And by that I mean use my memory to have lore for that until the next respite.
Oh, okay, yeah, you're using your thingy to
Yeah.
Yeah, your
and also, can I make no, go ahead.
Is that your perk?
Yeah, eidetic memory.
Eidetic memory. For those playing at home, trying to figure out, ooh, what can our heroes do? That's Solon's perk. But yeah, you can go ahead and roll for religion.
Yeah.
Figure out
I want to know.
Their worship.
I'm feeling that
God,
we can
another
appeal
18.
to them.
Yeah. So yeah, you would know that their patron god is Kythea, the Bastion. She is a goddess of warfare and strength. She teaches that you must protect your home, but she also cautions to be over prideful. One cannot rely on their pride. One must be humble. She is also the mother of chimeras themselves. Legend has it that she gave birth to them, and that's why they're so strongly tied to her and chimerians themselves, given that their patron god is her. Is there any specific questions you want to know about the religion?
Yeah, I wanted to know how they show their fealty to their god.
Tests of strength is like they basically have gladiatorial fights, but like not to the death, because that would be wasteful if you're trying to have forces protect your home. So mock gladiatorial fights, feats of strength. Their holidays are typically almost like everyone parties around these like massive contests of strength. There's other ways also. Slaying chimeras is another way to test your strength, which is a bit like, it sounds strange at first considering that she's the mother of chimera, but if you can prove that you are stronger than her spawn, it shows favor, because then that means you can protect your home. If you can beat her children, you can protect anything in her eyes. And actually, the higher ups of Chimera, they wear the manes of chimeras that they have personally slain.
Oh, I see. And so, as I go up to the other two, explaining all that, that's why we're gonna challenge them to a gladiator fight.
I mean, good luck. I don't know how much help I can be in that particular arena, but I'll do my best to cheer you on.
Yeah, good luck, Yurei.
I love that he's being voluntold to do it.
Well, he literally can't talk back.
Oh my god.
Okay, Rude. We can. I can mind communicate with him and you. Like I can go get him to talk to you. Like it's whatever he's comfortable with. How dare you do this, Yuri? I'm going to open up a mind link between you and Solon so that you can just yell at him if you want.
I'd like to think when you do that, you don't hear a voice, but you just hear like a really loud, short, but loud, like a loud bass of him just like looking at you. So you just hear like "Doom," and he's looking at you. You can't see his eyes because his the top half of his head is covered, but he has this very disappointed look on his lips.
You didn't really need to open up a mind link for me to know he's disappointed.
So he's just looking at you menacingly.
But now you see me looking menacingly with a loud bass boost in your head.
Yeah, that doesn't change what I said. So are you gonna do it? You have the opportunity to back out now.
Yuri points at himself, and he's like, and then he gestures like, "I'm fine." And then he looks at Oswald, and then he's like, "You want to throw him in a gladiatorial ring?"
I mean, if that's the plan, I can hold my own. I think you've seen that demonstrated well enough. I don't know if it'll impress the Chimerians, though, or they'll think it is a fair fight. That is my concern. Also, nice theatrics, big guy. Bravo, I'd clap, but
No, now that we're thinking about this, can you open mind communications to other people with that?
If I know them and they are enemies, no. That is not how the spell works. Or it is not how the power works. They need to be willing to accept the psychic connection.
I see. Because I'm thinking that was really intimidating and we could use that. But if that's not how that works, then what can you do?
I can only do so much. This is not are you aware of the concept of thaumaturgy? It is not that.
Well, anyways, you have a few days to decide whether or not you want to do it, but I'd prefer you give at least 24 hours starting now in case you cancel. So we have a few days to have another plan.
He nods and he's in.
Great, that's settled. Then, you got.
I was going to say, in the meantime, I don't know what use I could be with you, but what I can do is stop being so ignorant about what the current events are.
Right. We should probably tell you about that, right?
I don't know about what you speak, but I was planning to talk to the captain and just see if I can find a history book of the last 100 years, understand what's changed. I mean, the split of the different regions of Hecenae did not happen. It was not as defined. I was part of the occupying force of Kritra, so understanding how that happened, how my people lost, and them being subsequently pushed out would be great. I'm very curious about that. I want to know what happened. I want to know if my country exists.
Because I have some history books. Can I pull out one that describes his battle that he lost?
Yeah.
Here you go.
I was hoping to turn this into a project if we have enough time.
I think it might still be a project to because you still have to read through the book, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, we can make this a project.
I was wondering if that would be it would entail to get society as a skill.
Ooh, yeah, we could do that. That could be a different.
Because reading about how Hecenae formally developed into nation states. Mm-hmm. That's what I'm curious about, because we've talked about the different places and explicitly said hey, this is the case, and they're not. It's no longer subjugated by Temet and Thepria, right? Mm-hmm. So that's the what he's super curious about.
Yeah, that's definitely a project.
So I think that's what I'm going to do in my downtime. In the meantime, is work any project roles we have on downtime days. I'll spend towards that.
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm. Can definitely do that.
Well, okay then. Is there anything else we need to do, Lav?
No. The next couple days are free to, if you want to start a project, you can do that, or you can just you can help out about the ship if you so desire, or you can just do your own thing.
I'm gonna keep reading up on their religion.
Okay.
What was the name of their god again? I think I missed that.
That is
Hyphia.
Hyphia.
How do you spell that?
I will put that in the Discord.
Thank you.
Yeah, so this is it right here in text chat, streaming chat. Because you want to learn a new skill.
Yeah, essentially. I mean, the only other thing that I'd be interested in doing is I want to talk to the captain and Leo Pompasil and Bernice. Mm-hmm. And just get the lay of what's happened, in addition to looking through the books that Solin's given me.
Yeah, we can do that. We'll say that the project goal is, say, 120 project points.
Okay.
I have 240. I can. Am I able to use 120 of that as a lecture session?
If you want to spend your project points on his, I'll let you. You're assisting him.
Yeah, I am gonna give him a university level dissertation on the events of the battle.
Yeah.
I'm using all my point. Wow, 120, right?
Yeah, 120.
done.
Because learning a new language is 120. I was like, yeah, language skill. Yeah, because there's no actual, like, as far as I can see, like, learn a skill. There's ways to give edge on skills that you do have, but that's a different thing. And gaining edge is like on all your skills is like 240 if you have 2. So it's like, well, you're gaining a new thing, so half of that. Anyways, so yeah, you have learned in the last 100 years basically. So before Sepria and Temet were, ruling Hecenae. We're going a little bit fast, but there was a king that had rule of all of Hecenae, and that's kind of been forced down to just Myrnia. So Myrnia is the old kingdom. Cephi is it's like a principality. It still has ties to Myrnia, but it's been branched off. But the main thing that kind of caused it was a couple of things. Chimeria won the battle on Cretra, and that kind of inspired a lot of the other people that were just like, the different various nations that were conquered were like, we should rise up. And so one by one, different nations slowly like backing with Chimeria, and eventually it was just the whole force banded together, because they were kind of passive when they got invaded, because to be honest, they hated their king. Their king was an asshole. So like, well, maybe the new rulers will be fine. But after seeing like a lot of forces come in and like defend their homeland, they're like, no, wait a sec, we should be proud to be who we are. Fuck the king, we'll make our own states. And so each nation kind of has their own kind of thing. Yeah, so Myrnia is still a kingdom. That's the old kingdom. Sepria is a principality. Hecenae is a republic.
So elected senate.
Elected senate. But it's kind of, I mean, you're especially considering that Solon is telling he's from there. You can give your own, Solon, I'll let you say anything you want about Hecenae's republic.
Well, okay, I'll be blunt. Do you want to know for real how we've learned about you in our history? It's not pretty.
Yes, of course. I mean, like, I need to know what happened that made Sepria lose the war, right? Like, I need to understand what state. Well, I mean, do you know what state Sepria is in right now? In addition to that, like, I need to know.
Well, Lav, you can fill in that part about Sepri. Wait, that's the red one, right?
No,
there?
That's Sepri.
No, the green one.
Sepria is green. It's the one to the left.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, that one.
I don't.
That's where I'm from.
So you would have some vague recollection because you're a merchant and you do trading.
Yeah.
Financially they're okay. I don't think you really know how their internal politics are kind of going on. Just that, I mean, financially you trade with the people in closer part, right? It is, they kind of keep to themselves.
Yeah.
I don't think you know anything politically about what's going on home.
No, not at all. So let's just say that they're no longer participating in the global stage.
Okay, that's a little ominous, but okay.
Well, after.
I mean, what happened
after that embarrassing defeat that transpired? Your name became public laughing stock amongst my culture.
Wait, me personally?
Yeah, it was them, right, Lev?
It was the retreating forces. The generals blamed you. It was blamed Oswald. Yeah. What was your last name? Braga?
Yeah.
Yeah, I think the battle's known as something like, the downfall of Braga or Oswald's folly.
We called it Braga's folly.
Braga's folly, yeah.
Braga's folly?
Yeah.
Yes. So actually the day that you lost is celebrated as an actual holiday.
I'm going to need some time to process this. This is bullshit. I fought to the last. I was abandoned by my men. Like they retreated. What they blamed this on me? What did they say specifically? That what I made a bad decision and I lost the island that you found me on? Is that what the books say? Is that what they blamed on me?
Well, it's very clear that there was some historical editing going on here. There was note of you cowering to your last breath to beg for your life and spare you and take your men.
Bullshit. They fucking cut my head and my arm off. Bullshit. Sorry, that's not. I do not need to direct that at you.
No.
How do you process this? I don't. And you. I wish. Why didn't you tell me sooner? Why now? Why? What?
What would you want me? What would you have me say to you? I needed time to process how to deliver this myself.
Okay, that's fair. I don't...
Listen, I've known you for a few days now. It's very clear you're not one to give up on your people. And I also need some time to think on that. For my life, I've known you as the fool who has forsaken their army. And like I said, we celebrate your loss. It's Braga's Folly Day is there's parties in the streets. I don't like. That's how big it is ingrained in our culture. And as you know, my culture is very big on socializing and keeping the low class occupied. So it's one of the tools that the higher ups use. And I can see now that our cultures aren't so different, or at least they weren't. So if you need time to process this, take your time.
Well, and I do. I am so angry right now. I cannot see straight. I gave my life to fucking people, cut apart in a sewer and left to rot. Pin this on me. They blame me, only for me to be picked back up by my god and turned into this thing. And I sit in a small box and I can't. I don't. I'm effectively nailed in for 50 years. I'm guessing 50 years. It felt like 50 years. I'm sorry. Thank you for telling me this. I'm going to go and think about this. And Oswald's going to go watch the waves for a while.
Okay, fair. And what about Solon?
As much as I'd like to comfort him, he needs his own time. So, I mean, definitely getting his help against the upper class of Hecenae will be invaluable. And I think we can potentially reverse his reputation in the future. So I make a mental note of that. But for now, we need to focus on what's coming up ahead. So I'm going back to researching their religion.
Okay, and then what is Uri doing?
Right now he's because he was away, right? So he's just reading from his like his homeland's version of like the Bible. Like he's just reciting things in his head.
Okay, so yes, this day is kind of solemn like the weather. It's not thunder and lightning. That's kind of more northern. But it is raining, and I think the rain, just the dampness, matches the mood. At least for Oswald. Very dramatic, him watching the waves, rain coming down. And yeah, we can say that day passes by unless anyone else has anything they want to particularly do.
I think
No.
Okay, so yeah, it is the next day, and all of you are by the helm of the ship, and the captain's actually piloting today. And they need her because, well, they have entered the territory that the Wolf of the Sea roams. And a lot of the sailors on deck are very tense. There's a definite tenseness in the air. They have bows out just in case things go south if they need to go to combat, right?
Mm-hmm.
And it's a little past noon when someone yells, "Ship sighted!" And is coming on your... So I'm trying to remember, port is left, yeah. Your...
Yep, 4 letters in each word.
Yeah. What's the back part of the boat called? Stern? It's coming from like...
No, is it?
I don't know. The back left. There's a boat approaching the back left.
It's stern.
The stern, the port, stern port,
yeah.
however they describe it. The port side of the stern. And so yeah, you'll whip around to look. And it's definitely a smaller vessel, but it's coming in fast. And it has bluish, kind of grayish sails with like the crest of Chimeria, which is a chimera. And it's coming in fast. And the captain rolls around to look, and she swears something under her breath that I don't think you recognize the language. I don't think anyone knows mnemonic here.
Wait, yeah, I do.
You know mnemonic?
Didn't you put it on my sheet?
I don't know what I put on your sheet. If you knew mnemonic, then yeah, she's just swearing. She's basically saying like shit, in the equivalent of shit. Right.
Mm-hmm. No, I got it mixed up. I don't, but okay, it's swearing.
Okay, well, she's just swearing. And she kind of yells, she barks some orders to kind of slow down because she realizes she's going to explain this with y'all. That vessel is faster than ours. There's no use outrunning it, and I mean, this might be the wolf herself, so we might as well make pleasantries. We are in their territory. We shouldn't do anything hasty. If we give chase, this might provoke them. And so eventually, you hear like a horn kind of call out from the other ship, and Captain Saliel's kind of nodding like, yes, they're signaling to us. So she's like, drop anchor, and yeah, the ship stops, and this other vessel pulls up, and you see a bunch of Chimerians on their ship with like bows ready, some with like swords, and a plank gets put across the two boats, and a woman walks across it. And she, for starters, I think one of the first things you notice is she is wearing a mane of a chimera, denoting that she is high ranked. She's wearing, a toga and, a kind of leather combat skirt. And you notice that her greaves and even like her sword, she has a really long sword. It's like the style of, like Greek swords are kind of that leaf-shaped blade and they're kind of short swords. This is more equivalent of like a medieval longsword in terms of how long it is, which is really unusual. This is custom made. But both her greaves and the sword have like a slight greenish tint to it, greenish yellow tint to it. And that's kind of unusual. So Lynn, you would know just because you're from Hecenae that Chimerian bronze, they either do something different with the process or they add another metal to give it that tint to it. And it's more sturdy. They just have really good metal working. Again, you're not sure the specifics. You just know like, oh, this is Chimerian metal right off the bat, Chimerian bronze. You'd also see on this woman is her left arm, which is the arm holding the sword, is wooden. It's a prosthetic. And it's moving as if it's, a flesh and blood arm. It's moving with precision and accuracy. And so she also has a shield with the crest of the Chimera on it. And so she crosses, and the sailors kind of make room for her on your ship because, they know the reputation of her. And so she kind of stands by one of the masts, and she's just kind of idly swinging her sword, like kind of almost pointing, trying to figure out like, who looks important here. And she has a very stern expression, but she looks at the captain. She raises an eyebrow and be like, "Oh, huh, mnemonic, interesting." And then she just kind of lets out a yawn, slams her shield down into the dock or the deck, and like literally unstraps it and just like rests on it. And she's just kind of like resting on her shield, kind of pointing lazily with the sword at the captain. And she's like, "Okay, if you're here for merchant business, we're gonna seize your assets, and then you're gonna turn around. If not, yada yada yada, we'll put you to death. The usual. What are you here for?"
Please don't misunderstand as I push my glasses up. We came here as we were very interested in the culture of Chimeria. I've read tales and I wish to learn more directly from your people.
I think at this point, you kind of, it's almost like a blur when you're looking at her. You don't really, your brain can't really process what's going on. And next thing you know, she's just there in front of you. The shield, you hear the shield plop against the ground as she's no longer supporting it, and she just has the sword to your throat. And her look looks different. 1 second she looked lazily with her expression. Now it's very intense. There's like a fire in her eyes, and she's like, "Oh, why, that's interesting. You're here to learn about us. What are you really here for?"
While this is happening, Oswald's basically ready to go with accelerate if it looks like he's in danger at all.
Okay.
Like true danger. Also,
Yeah.
and that, and also like, did she just do time shit?
Maybe you
like.
You,
and I want to figure out later after this scene.
Okay, yeah. If you want, you could roll psionics to figure out if she did
Do
time
it now?
shit.
Yeah, I'll do it in the background.
Yeah.
Yeah, just do it right now. While we.
Okay.
I need some time also.
Fair.
Yeah, I am. Killed not. So I did not add my. Do I add my lore
in it?
Yeah,
you added.
Yeah, you'd add your lore if you're trained in psionic. So that'd be a 16. Yeah. So 16's a tier 2. Is not what you do when you accelerate. It's something psionic, but it's more so she's augmenting her own muscles to go that fast. Actually, you're not sure if it's completely psionic. It might be magical. It's something supernatural. You know that for sure. She augmented.
But it's not chronopathy or chronomagi.
No, it's something.
Or chronomancy.
It's not necessarily chronomancy. You're not. It's supernatural. That's all you can pick up. It's not what normal humans can do. She just fucking moved like an arrow, right? Just.
Okay.
Again, it's supernatural in flavor, but it's not what you do.
All right.
As feisty as you are, I'm quite serious about coming here to learn your ways. But I did do some reading up on your culture. Wouldn't you prefer a more how would you say it, showy battle than just outright killing me here?
She lowers her blade. It's like, you're right. Killing you would be boring, but I feel like a battle might be boring too. And you see.
I do believe a battle with me would not be to your taste. But my friend over here, as I pull Ure forward while he's holding up the big wheel. You see, I brought my friend with me as one, as protection, obviously, but two, I figured that your people would like to bear witness to the strength of someone from the outside world and compare yourself. Can I roll brag?
Yeah,
also
you can roll brag.
to,
You can roll brag to hype him up. To hype him up. Yeah, you can roll brag.
Nice. Edge. What role am I rolling? What skill with brag?
Probably presence.
Presence. Okay, cool.
Okay, that's a 12.
Can I?
Yes.
Shit.
Can I do something alongside that where I use because I have intimidate? Can I do an intimidating stance with
we can do it
with
too.
the wheel?
So we're in a negotiation with her. I'm not gonna tell you what her negotiation. There is a patience meter and a what's the other let me look up the actual terminology. The stats. So there's interest and patience. And for her, I'm not going to let you know what they are. Just I'll let you know if you succeed and if it moves things up or down. There's also, she has motivations and pitfalls. And if you hit a pitfall, that's something that she doesn't believe in, you immediately fail. If it's a motivation, you can kind of use that. So you're bragging, and you're bragging to her culture, which is good. But it's not a motivation. So you rolled a tier 2 with that 12. So that is okay. Her patience does decrease, but nothing bad happens. You're not losing interest. And you can also roll intimidation to try and appear
Go ahead.
intimidating.
Yeah, so that's interpersonal. Is that +1?
If you have it checked, that's a +2. And are you using how are you trying to be intimidating? You could be using, say, your presence if you're trying to just
Yeah.
Okay, yeah.
I was gonna say like like my presence,
That
which
makes
is
sense.
2.
Okay,
So
so that'd be a +4.
Okay. Not that. There we go.
Okay, 22. Holy shit. That's a tier 3. So, not quite a crit. I don't think crits actually matter at this point because it's still a tier 3. Crits just get you extra actions in combat. But intimidate, I think intimidate actually does appeal to her motivation. So describe how you're intimidating her.
I like to think so that as soon the as if Yuri practiced this in his head because he's like that. When after Solon said what he said, Yuri walks up with the wheel in his one hand, and then he does this like he lifts it really high in the air, kind of like when people with great swords kind of lift it up to put on their shoulder.
Yeah.
But instead of on their shoulder, he lifts it all the way up, and then it does this like rotation thing, and then he slams it on the ground, and he holds it firmly so it's not even moving.
Okay.
Or like rolling.
So her interest does increase by 1, and her patience doesn't change. So her eyebrow raises, and she's like, impressive. She turns back to Sol and says, I can tell you've been studying our culture. You sound just like those boring old men in the council. But that one
yes.
is interesting.
Of course. Far be it from me to talk about boring stuff. Truth be told, I did hear that there's been some conflict in your upper political echelon with the old guard holding true to their ways, but that doesn't really matter right now. That's not what we're here for. That's not what you're here for. Now, I would like to... I can use Silver Tongue to perceive... I mean, yeah, I want to try and say some things to discover what would be a motivation for us.
Okay. Also, for those,
probably...
I just want to point out, Skip and Cypher earmuffs for a hot second.
Wow.
Oh.
Yeah. I want to let the audience know a little bit about Solon, because for those that have read the playtest and they're like, "Hey, high elves don't have silver tongue." He's a little more than he seems. We'll say that much.
Right, I forgot I should do that secretly. Oops.
No, it's fine. It's fine.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, I would like to, well, I mean, we can call them back now.
Yeah.
But
Okay.
I basically I'm gonna, So, judging from your reaction of my friend here, doesn't it seem like it would be more appropriate for you to make a show of fighting someone like him? Get everyone involved?
So you're trying to find a motivation?
Yeah, I want to see if... I don't really know how this one works.
Yeah.
Because it says I have to use my words to do it.
Yeah.
So I'm trying to, see if they'd be interested in fighting them, or if they'd be, maybe...
Yeah.
Maybe they're into that kind of...
I would say,
something,
this is... Because you can roll with reason, intuition, or presence, depending on what we think.
Yeah.
I'm just trying to think of what... kind of how... Because you're kind of trying to, suss out what she's into, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, I'll let you pick what you think you're doing here.
I'm gonna try and fish to see if we would if they would be into fighting someone as strong and as muscularly toned as Yurei over here. See if she'd be into that, or
Okay.
maybe at least witnessing a battle of some form or some amazing feat from him.
Okay.
So, can I use brag for that?
Yeah, I'll let you use brag. That makes sense. Brag and like
Okay,
presence,
cool.
or even I could say brag and reason because you're trying to like figure out her inner workings, right?
Okay, so let me just make sure that I know what I'm about to roll then. Because my reason is 2.
Yep.
My brag gives me another +2.
Yep.
I have edge on any interpersonal. No, it's lore. Okay, no, so I just have 1 edge. So 1 edge, that's plus another 2?
Yes, if you have 1 edge, that's yeah. Because silver tongue,
Okay, so
right? Is that why you're getting the?
Yeah.
Yes. Yeah. 18. Oh my god, that's a tier 3. Yeah, you figure that like she immediately replies, fighting's boring if there's no blood. And you learn a motivation. Actually, you learn. I think it's your choice. Let me see. You can learn a motivation or pitfall. Your choice.
I think we have a general idea of their motivations already. Out of character, what do you guys think?
Yuri has an idea. She likes blood. Right?
Mhm.
And she hasn't really seen she hasn't seen Yuri split the wheel in half. It like the grind bit. The bit that's like the inner shell.
Oh yes.
And so Yuri's thinking, what if I just open what's inside? Because when he pulls the grip down, that's when it goes the like it starts spinning, right? When he does the grind.
That's a great idea.
Yeah.
So before we go forward with that, then I would like to know a pitfall just to make sure that what you're about to do doesn't.
Yeah.
I was going to agree with that. Yeah.
Conflict with that.
She hates higher authority.
Perfect.
The way she's talking about the council, like you're kind of picking up there's disdain in her voice. Like she's like, they're a bunch of old men with silly, outdated ideas. That's kind of her attitude.
Well, if you're so into blood, then why don't we regale some of our past recent battles, Yurei, as I gesture over to you to do your thing.
He opens she sees that his wheel opens up slightly, and in it has these it has this metal ring attached underneath, which he sort of demonstrates to show that there are these tiny little it is like sharp needle cuts all over, and then when he pulls the thing down, it starts moving, mimicking that it can grind someone down. She just hears like a massive roll over and over as he's slamming it 3 times to demonstrate.
I think you see the captain be like, because you're slamming the deck of the ship with your wheel. But she stops herself. Just like, they're clearly doing something. I'm not gonna interfere. She's just like, my ship.
Yeah, I'm gonna signal to them that I'll cover the expenses later. It's okay.
So yeah, what you're showing off in what way? What do you want to roll to kind of show?
Because I have. Oh wait, no, that's not. No, that's different. I mean, like maybe presence.
Yeah, okay, a presence skill of some sort. What kind of skill do you think you want to kind of show off with this? And I'll let you guys do like a tag team role. So like, if someone feels like they have appropriate skill to kind of like, help out with this, they can like kind of tag in.
Most I can do is brag for you. So.
Yeah, because I don't have anything in interpersonal that can help with this.
I might have an idea.
I mean, I'm just looking at your stuff. You do have like. Yeah. Okay. What's your idea? I'll hear your idea, Yuzu.
No. Let him do his first because mine would be like a follow-up thing.
Okay.
You
don't have to use a skill if you don't feel like any are appropriate. You can just use your pure presence if that's what you feel like is what you're going with.
Yeah, because like I would use persuade, but I don't have that, so I'll just use présent.
Okay.
And
you mentioned the follow-up thing. What was the follow-up thing?
Well, depending on how he succeeds or not, I would like to make a society roll to be like, do you see this? This is the kind of brutality that is the outside world, not known to Chimeria, is capable of. If it works.
You know what? I'll let you, if you want, I'll let you like add that in and give Cypher Edge.
Yeah. Oh, hell yeah. Okay,
so
cool.
You'll be rolling
I'm
gonna
be
4.
like roll +4 Cypher. So I'll be like, yeah, the old heads of your nation would cower at this kind of technology.
Mm-hmm.
But an 11 sucks.
11, wait, no, 11's a tier 1. That is unfortunate. Her patience decreases by 1. So she looks at it and she's like, huh, neat. But like she just kind of seems like a little disinterested. She's like, yeah, that's cool, I guess. But like, you're hyping this up, but she's not seeing. She doesn't know how it looks like when it's doing a thing. She's just seeing you mime it, right? So, she's like, yeah, okay. She kind of yawns.
Right. Perhaps you would need a better demonstration. And I'm going to take take that group huddle with the others real quick. I don't think they're understanding how cool your wheel weapon is.
Yuri kind of like puts his hand on his chin, thinking.
I have a question real quick.
We probably need some way. Oh, yeah, go ahead.
This is just like a little funny scene. How taller is Yuri and Solon?
I'd imagine that Yuri's taller than me, probably. Unless elves are tall.
It depends, up to you. I'd imagine elves kind of being tall, but like that's your call. You're an elf.
I would be upper regular, but for the sake of being intimidating, unless Cypher decides to not be tall, you should be tall.
Yeah, but I was thinking that Yuri is like kind of tall, yeah.
Okay. So I'm getting like maybe 6'2" from Yuri, 5'11" from Solon.
Yeah.
Okay. The Sea of the Wolf. You never asked her name yet, but she's like 5'8", and like so you've basically turned your back to her, and you're doing your little conspiratory huddle, and she's just kind of like trying to stand on her tippy toes, being like, "What are they talking about? Why did they turn around?" That doesn't impact patience or anything. I just thought it'd be like a cute little like.
Yeah. So Eternal Oswald. Do any of your magical feats have any way to convey how cool it is?
Skip might be BRB.
Oh. Okay. Well then, Okay. I turn back. Surely this doesn't seem that intimidating right now, but perhaps on a live target? Perhaps maybe we can have him perform battle against some beasts and show you how truly legendary his weapon and fighting style is.
I think you are still kind of appealing to her motivation. So yeah, how what do you want to use to roll for this?
I have nothing but brag. Just gonna have to brag it.
Yeah, that makes sense. I mean, you're still. I think what would be cute is, I mean, it doesn't affect like the roll, but if you use Uri's might plus your brag as like a combo,
Oh hell yeah!
it'd still be like a
Uri,
plus
what's your
4.
might?
He has a +2.
Okay, +4. Okay. Gonna roll.
Ooh, 15. That's a tier 2.
Oh wait.
Yeah. So her interest does increase by 1. Her patience does go down by 1, but she is more interested. She's like, Oh, a test, you say? She
Yes.
takes her sword and just stabs in the deck, and the cap's like, ah! And then she claps her hands together, and she's like, perfect. So I will say she is out of patience, but I'll let you know what she ended up with. She ended up with interest level 4, which is a yes. So she's going to take you up on the offer. She's like, yeah, I think we know the perfect opportunity to show this. There is a wounded chimera that some of my troops under me have tried to rout, but have been slain in the process. And well, this cannot do. I was actually going to head there myself to finish off the job when I spied your vessel. If you think that you can take care of one, well, you have definitely earned a warrior's favor, and I'll be willing to listen to whatever you have to say. You've got my attention.
Yeah.
Lacosia, by the way. That's my name.
Of course.
Lacosia.
How do you spell that? Lacosia? How do you spell
I
that?
added an extra I by mistake. I am Lacosia. Lykosa.
Lacosia.
Yes.
Yes. Now, out of character, would it be more impressive to them if Yuri was doing that alone?
She'll let you go as a team. I'll say out of character, I will let you go as a team because Yuri will probably die.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
So for context, chimeras are level 3. This is an injured chimera, so its stats are going to be not a level 3 chimera because you're only level 1. I'm not going to do that to you. But even it's a solo encounter, which means it's designed for a party of people and not one guy.
Got it. Well, regardless, we will be the support unit for them so that you can witness it yourself. How great this hunk of man meat is.
Want to throw in a flirt?
I can flirt on I can wingman.
Okay, great.
You can wingman.
I'm wingmanning. Hell yeah!
Do it.
16 is a tier 2. I think she just smirks and we'll see. We'll see. She's intrigued, but like she hasn't seen the action, so she's also like she's a bit hesitant. Like this thing's cool, but she's like she doesn't quite understand how the wheel works. She's used to swords and spears and shields, so she's like, yeah, it's spinning and stuff, but like I don't fuck. It's a wheel. I don't see what the big deal is. She's intrigued. We'll say that she's.
Little did she know it's a really big deal.
It's a really big deal.
Yeah.
I just want to say Yuri felt that. He felt that joke.
As I gesture to them behind her back. Oh, that was so scary. Oh, she held her sword up to my throat. Oh my god.
You see that she kind of she goes back, the shield's like on the floor, right? So she goes back and picks up the shield and relatches it. She goes and grabs her sword. He's like, all right, you three, come over here. Get on my vessel.
Let us make haste, gentlemen.
Okay.
We'll return you, or your corpses, depending on how things go, back to your crew after.
I mean, great news. I'm already a corpse.
She looks at you, and I think because you didn't interact in the negotiation, she didn't notice you. She's like, oh, a revenant. Huh. Anyways.
Yes. It's such a shame, too. He was also a disciple of the body, if you will, only to have it taken away.
She blinks.
Uh,
Yeah, well, after losing my last fight, I was told to quit while I was ahead.
I hate
No,
jokes.
tough crowd?
I
Okay.
hate jokes.
Hey, I can fight too.
Go on, Cypher?
Yuri quickly like rips out a page from his book and then he starts scribbling on it, and then he tries to he tries to find a hole so he could like insert it to where the captain is underneath him.
Okay.
And on the paper it says, my deepest apologies. I did not. It wasn't my intention to break your ship or hurt your ship, but I hope you can forgive me. It becomes like nonsensical. Like he's kind of panicking.
Yeah. I think like as Captain Celia's reading this, she's like, oh, it's fine. It's just scratches. It's, you know. She's like, my baby, but also like it's fine. Like you look at it and it's like it's slightly like scuffed. It's not actually damaged. It's just it's her baby.
Because Yuri doesn't he like in his mind he thinks the ship is like a he thinks it's very like important to the people because this is all new to him. So he does this like prayer like to the ship, like please forgive me and I hope that I can like return the favor. And then but he doesn't know if the ship has a name, so he's just like, thank you, ship. I hope to learn your name soon.
You're signing this out?
Yeah.
The captain will inform you. It's called the Swift Starbreeze.
Thank you, Swift Starbreeze.
Yeah, you join Lakosa on her vessel, and you head away from the Swift Starbreeze towards the island. Is it Deruso? Let me check my notes to how to pronounce it. Derusos. If you need that spelled too, I can.
Yes, please.
Yeah.
I guessed earlier, but
Dourusos. Drusos.
That looks. Yeah, that's correct.
Yeah. So you head. You see like as you're approaching, and also, the ship. You don't know this, but it's the Gray Sea Wolf. That's what it's called. Maybe you overhear people talking about the ship name. That's you hear it. Okay. But it's way faster than the Swift Star Breeze. It's smaller, but it's faster. And so yeah, you see a city, a port city, but you're not going there. You're kind of going towards the coast, and they land. They anchor their ship, and they get you all on a rowboat, and Lakosa is there with you, and so yeah, there's the three of you and her, and she gestures. Well, start rowing. Which one?
Ah, yes, of course. I don't believe my one-armed friend here would be of much help rowing, but we will definitely assist the rest of us. As I get on a boat paddle, right? Yeah?
Yeah, so you're the one rowing. Okay. So yeah, you row to shore, and it's a foresty shore, and she leads you through the forest, and you come to a kind of clearing. You see it's very hilly and mountainous on this island, at least the region that you're at. Now, theoretically, you're seeing a black screen when I activate this. So I think I need to quickly grab your tokens and slam y'all in here. And then you should be able to see.
Yeah.
Okay, perfect. Let's just look. Yeah, okay, perfect. Yeah. So you see you're in a clearing, and there's a cave entrance. And, yep. I think you also see the blood. There's blood in the cave entrance. Oh, one second. I gotta fix Yurie's token. Yurie's token has all the vision.
I don't have all the vision on my screen.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yurie.
That's what you meant. Sorry, you said Yurie.
Yeah, Yurie.
For some reason, my brain thought you said Yuzu.
No. So let's delete and put you back in. There you go. So now you see proper vision. It's safer. You're not gonna see anything. So yeah, you see a cave entrance with some blood, and we'll just like fast track you through there because I mean it's a cave.
Yeah. So, with Yurie leading, please.
That's fair. Yeah, we'll put you two in the back, and the captain's also going to be back. She's not here to fight. She's just like, well, if you guys die, I'll just finish it off.
Yeah, that makes the most logical sense.
Oh my god! I have to like puzzle this.
Oh, hey, you're
because there's walls.
You're playing a box pushing game.
I'm playing a box pushing game. Let's just oh my god! How do I separate you? There we go.
Hey, it's like. Oh, I can.
Yeah, you can move
it ourselves.
I'll just move you to the main center. Yeah, there's a chimera. You're not there quite yet. You're not quite there yet. You will approach. I'm assuming with caution and stealth. I'll let you approach your thing. So yeah, let's move you back to maybe where you can see the chimera, but the chimera hasn't noticed you, and it's kind of sleeping. So yeah, you can plop yourselves in strategic places. But if you get too close, I will ask for stealth rolls, because, hey, you gotta be stealthy if you get too close.
Sounds good.
I'd like to whisper to Lycosa, Lycosa, I am a psychic, which is why I'm still here. I have the ability to allow us to communicate via mind speech. Do I have your permission to do that?
She nods.
All right, I open a channel between all four of us,
okay.
So we don't have to talk out loud in front of potential enemies as we're starting in this cave.
She's like, testing.
It works. You can just talk directly through your mind. As long as I am conscious, I am the bridge between the four of us.
Fuck, this is handy.
Hey, I mean, once upon a time, I was a pretty good soldier. I led an entire psychic regulars unit.
Yeah.
But I can describe that story later. I think right now we need to be looking for our prey.
Of course.
Right. Then, I should be able to help from back here. So you, Ray, we'll support you from the back lines. It's time for you to demonstrate your strength, your absurd strength.
The Yuri turns to Oz and he gestures, please disconnect me from this. Because if you hear the voices that I utter when I sorry, my thing disconnected. He says that if you hear the voices I utter when I cast spells, it will negatively affect everyone.
As you wish. I, however, reserve the right to reconnect you or to talk to you directly if we are being surprised.
He nods. Because then that just alerts him to not use spells when you connect to me.
All right, you feel the connection drop away. And the three of us are one smaller.
Yes.
Okay, yeah, so position yourself.
Because I wanted to ask Lav, if I'm in range and we're like stealth, like we haven't been seen, could I like slam a judgment on them?
Yeah. Judgment is a creature aware of being judged. Doesn't say. I'm going to say since it's technically a hostile action, a creature's aware that they're being judged. So you can open with a judgment, but it will then be aware that it has been judged.
Yeah.
Just feels really guilty all of a sudden.
Yeah.
Why?
Because I was wondering if I could, if it's like, can I like put that debuff on them?
Yeah.
If like in a stealth situation.
Yeah.
But obviously that makes me known, right? Like, which is fine. But okay, then yeah, I would like to try that when everyone else is prepared.
Okay. So, just so that we're all ready, because since it's single target, it probably has a lot of health. When we start combat, can I go first so I can mark it so you can deal more damage immediately?
Well, here's the thing. Because you are it's sleeping, right? You all get a surprise round. So I believe let me double check because I think I remember how surprise rounds work, but I want to clarify so I don't. So surprise creatures can't take triggers, actions. They have Bane. Yeah. So basically, you will all have an edge against it because it's surprised. So yeah, discuss among yourselves your tactics.
If it's marked in the first instance, does it get mark?
Yeah, mark will still work.
I forget how mark works.
Mark gives damage surge, and if you put 2 points into it,
I have the link open.
It gives it gives edge.
So it has to be 1 first, and then continue dumping.
Yeah. Well, actually, the fun thing with Mark is you can do Mark for free to give damage surge. It's when you start pumping in is when you can. It becomes permanent throughout the battle. Because when you do it for free, it only lasts to the end of like your next turn or something like that. When you plop in your focus, then it becomes permanent, and then the more focus is that chart that you have that you do more shit, right?
Do we get our heroic resources during the bonus round?
Yeah, you start with your just like a regular turn. So you gain you have no victories right now because it's a fresh day. So you would start with whatever you do to generate. So for you, you just start with 2.
Okay. Well, I don't want to be the one to deal damage to wake it up.
Okay.
So if it's all right with you guys, I'd like to go first, get the 2 points, and immediately put down 2 focus on it.
Makes sense.
And then end my turn.
Yeah.
We could have you hold your action to after someone goes.
Okay.
So you can maneuver to mark it, and then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah, you're within distance. So yeah, we could have you start your turn. You mark it.
I'm gonna mark it with 2 heroic resources.
Okay.
Focus.
2 focus. Yep.
2 is
It has edge. And because it's surprise, basically all of you are starting with double edge.
Excellent. And then I guess I'll hold my action, like you said.
Yeah, you'll hold your action till someone else goes.
Then how do the 2 of you want to start maneuvering?
I think I'm gonna hold an action, hold an entropic bolt until Fury hits it. But then once that happens, I wanna blast it and try to slow it. That way, he's got a chance to shift away, to maneuver away.
Okay, well, let Yuri go then.
Yeah, I would like to get as close as possible to land a Bane.
4, 5, 6. Yeah, your Wrath.
Yeah.
I think Wrath has a range of 10. Correct me if I'm wrong.
Let me.
Because I think you can.
Yeah, range 10.
You can technically Wrath it from where you're standing, but if you want to do melee, you're gonna have to get in closer.
Okay, then I would like to get at least midway, then, if possible. Like as close as where it won't wake him up.
It's going to be woken up as soon as it's technically stirring because it's being marked.
Oh, right.
I marked it up.
Yeah,
so
that might. Okay, so then, yeah, okay. I'll just wrath. Wait, can I wrath then move?
Yeah, you can do it in the order.
Okay. Yes, then I'll wrath.
How much judgment are you putting on? 2?
2, yes.
Okay. So it's okay. It's gonna be mean to it. Why are you mean to my chimera? You also notice that the chimera is bloodied.
There's a hot lady telling us to be mean to the chimera. What do you want from me?
You know what? Point taken. Okay, yeah. So go ahead and move. What's your speed?
My speed is 5.
5. Okay, yeah. You can get. If you want to move all the way to it, you can. If you want. 2, 3, 4. Let me see. 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, you can get here, which is technically right beside it. Or any other possible combination that you can get towards it.
That one is fine, yes.
Okay. Oh. Did Foundry kick you?
That and my laptop, it really hates Twitch.
I'll move you for you just because.
Thank you. Yeah. Thank you.
I don't want to. Okay. So yeah, you moved up. It is judged. It is marked. You have an action.
Without the god vision. There you go.
2 cube within 1. No, that costs 3. Never mind. Wait, where am I again? Because it's still on my screen. It still says I'm next to.
I'm sharing screen. You can see our vision.
Yeah.
Without the opening thing.
Yeah.
Okay, then I'm gonna have to close this because my laptop will die.
No worries, no worries.
Okay.
If you need me,
Oh, thank you.
if you need me to roll for you, I can do that too. If
Yeah.
Okay, so okay, I'm that distant.
Yeah.
Then you know what? I'll make my presence known.
Mhm.
Can I strike it?
Yeah, you can totally strike it.
Okay, yeah, I will melee strike this fella.
Here's the fun thing. You have edge because of Solon. It's surprise, so there's another edge from that. You have double edge, so you don't add anything to double edge, but your result is 1 tier better.
Oh,
You also have
okay.
surge because of Solon. So you got surge, you got
Okay.
double edge. You're living life.
Everything's
Okay.
been prepared for you.
Mhm.
Hell yeah,
Take a show of it.
2d10 plus you. Let's fucking go.
2d10
And there we go.
Okay, so tier 2 with a 14. But remember double edge? So tier 3. So tell me your tier 3 results.
Tier 3 is 11 damage.
Nice. So you smack real hard as you clunk your shield.
+2.
Yeah.
+2, right? Thank you. It's 13 because of surge. Bam. Good
While
opening
that's
hit.
happening, I'm gonna brain talk to her and be like, "Do you see this? This is the might of the deadly wheel." I don't actually know its name.
She's nodding. She has her hand on her chin and she's like, okay, we'll see. It's a good first hit, but again, so we'll see how he reacts when the Chimera strikes back. It is now the Chimera's turn. Actually, I have to give it. Chimera's get 2 turns.
What?
It's a solo monster. Oh, that's a cool effect. Okay. It's just gonna bite you. Oh, actually. Oh, you guys are kind of spread for that. It's gonna start by biting you. So. That is a tier 2 result with a 16. So that's 6 damage. But shit. Oh no, it's still tier 2. It's technically a 14 because it has you gave it Bane. You have a shield because you have judged it. So you're actually taking 4 damage.
Okay.
Yeah. As you as your wrath has enfeebled this monster. And as a maneuver, it is going to Lion's Toss you. It's like, fuck off. Get the fuck out of here. Tier 1. What's your stability?
Stability is 2.
Oh. It tries to push you. But you just hold your ground. It tries to ram its head into you, and you're like, no. So. That was that.
I like to think Yuri like slams his wheel down for the weight to not move.
Yeah, that's cool. I like that. That's very evocative. Okay. So yeah, that is the Chimera. Would either Oswald like to go or would Solon like to use his action?
I will allow Oswald to go if they wish.
Excellent. Yeah, I'm gonna hit this thing with an entropic bolt.
Okay. So yeah, you have double edge
Do
on
I
this
get-
thing.
That's +4.
No,
It's
it's
just
plus
guaranteed
nothing.
+1 rank.
It's not. It's plus nothing, but it moves up your rank. Yeah. So tier 1 with a 9, but double edge. It's a tier 2.
Sounds good to me. So that's 2 corruption damage, and it's D2 slowed.
Make that 4. What is the did you say A2?
A P2.
P2? Oh, it has no presence. It is indeed slowed.
Also, does it also get the +2 damage surge?
Yeah, it got the surge. I added the... Don't worry.
Regular surge? What's
Yeah.
corruption damage?
It's just a type of damage.
Okay, I see.
Yeah. It's like, because, well, we flavored it for Odds magic as time magic, so things get older, they get rusted, they get, that kind of thing. But
Yeah,
corruption's
in this case, its wounds get older and faster.
Ew.
Mm-hmm. But you can kind of think of corruption as like either dark magic or, stuff like that. Like however you want to flavor what you think corruption is to you. Okay, cool. And that was your action. Would you like to do a maneuver at all? Oh, also roll your D3.
That's right.
You might need that. One. Okay, well, still.
Yeah, I'm gonna use accelerate on Solon. Actually, like if you want to move around, you can.
You can shift.
No, I'm locked in. I'm locked into a safe place because I can roll into behind a rock right now.
Okay, I mean, would that be useful? Ahead. That'd be useful for Yuri.
Yeah.
Being able to maneuver, then I will give that to you instead.
Okay.
You feel quicker.
You can move 2 squares. Where would you like to move?
The... One. Wait, how much range is it? 2, 3. Okay.
Yeah, you see my eyes glow yellow, and you're surrounded in a little yellow aura, like a thin one. You can shift. And like the Sandeva stand from
oh hell yeah,
from Edge Runners, you move a little bit. There's like a post shadow as you just kind of sprint around as time slows.
Even when we're not in Cyberpunk, Cypher's still using a Sandeva stand.
Still got it.
Still got it.
Because I just want to do something because it's cool, not because it's like because I'm still trying to melee him, but Yuri kind of wants to show off what he can do. So wait, Live, am I reading this right? Because the whole thing with his teleport, it can only work when I'm like to the target I judged, right?
Yeah. You teleport to the thing that you wrath.
Okay. Right, with my wrath. So because I wrath him, can I just do this thing? Because now that I have haste, where I teleport behind him, or or just near him, just like a show off. I'm not.
I'll let you do it on your turn.
Yeah, on my turn, on my turn,
yeah.
On my turn.
Yeah. So we can Because technically you could have teleported when you wrath them, because I keep forgetting you're an exorcist.
Yeah, I keep forgetting that I always think the teleport needs more, but it's no, when I wrath someone, it's because I just looked it up again. I guess I'll move 2 spaces to. Actually, no. If I do, I'm further away from Solon. I don't want to. Okay, I didn't think that far ahead. I think I'll sit still because I'm worried now if I go too far, I'll be too far away.
That's fair.
Because I feel like Solon is in a good position and Oz, and I don't want to. Okay, yeah.
So then no accelerate then, because.
Yeah.
No worries. Sometimes you're like, oh, moving so cool, I want to do that now. And you're like, wait, actually, I'm in a good spot.
Yeah, I legit was thinking Sandeva stand whole thing, but then my brain's like, wait a minute, I'm not playing that kind of character. Wait, hold on.
Yeah, I mean, you can shift up around it, so you're maybe in better.
So long as I'm still if I'm still within distance in which Solon can support me from there. Yeah, okay then. Yeah.
Solon
don't worry, we're both. You're in distance. We can both reach you if need be.
Yeah.
Okay, good.
So
I just
yeah,
wanted to make sure.
I can move you 2 squares up, so you're kind of like, you're like,
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. So this thing will go again. What does it want to do? It's slowed, so that's mean. It is within 10. Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, so let me see here. 3 cube. Oh, unless ignore that. It's not there. No, it can't get both of you. You're just outside range for both. Okay, well. I also realize I don't have the mouse for that, so never mind. We're gonna use our villain action number 1. Oh, never mind. I already did that. Overture of Destruction. Okay, that's next turn. It's just gonna bite you. It's just gonna bite you. You're a...
Munch!
9! 7, technically, because I forgot it technically has Bane. So, you're taking 4 damage. Because you have shield, because you've wrapped it, you're taking 2 damage. And then it's going to try and push you, because it's like, man, fuck this guy. Tier 1 with an 11, and you have stability, so it tries to like push you with its paw, and you just again slam your wheel, hold your ground, and it doesn't like being weakened or slowed rather, so it is going to at the end of its turn take 5 damage to end 1 save. It's like, it's like I don't want to be slowed. Fuck being slowed. I'd rather just take pain. And now it can actually do stuff on its next turn. Hopefully. Okay. So Lynn, you have your action that you've held.
Perfect.
So gain your 2.
Then hit them with another!
Oh yeah. I forgot you right.
Right now!
Okay, is that
Make a show of it!
Is that a signature or is that a free?
That's a triggered. That's a signature attack as a free triggered action for them.
Okay, yeah. Yuri, attack again with a signature action.
So that's the free melee strike thing, right?
Or pain for pain, because it's signature.
Okay, pain for pain. Okay, great. Pain for pain. Yes!
Oh, you're getting double. You're getting double surge. Okay, so let's see here. Tier 1 with
Again.
11. Well, okay. Yeah.
Again!
Oh, wait.
Again. You
Unless
can
it
again.
goes, yeah,
You
again.
can again. Why not? It's free. So throw it again. Yeah.
Okay.
You're hearing a voice of your companion being like, nah. Okay. Well,
Oh my God.
it's a good thing you have double edge, so it's actually a tier 2. That 10 becomes a tier 2 because double edge. Which you're losing. You're losing at the end of this. Because it's no longer a surprise. But so yeah, take your tier 2 result. And technically you are getting double surge because of Mark and because of pain for pain.
So it's 6 damage.
6. So that becomes 10. That's jinxing.
Yay!
Okay. So we're back to the top of initiative. Who would like to go first?
think it should probably be Yuri again because both Solin and I we get reaction based abilities that work well.
Unless you want me to add more points to your damage, I can do that.
Oh, actually, yeah.
What's 4? Inflict, weaken, slowed.
I think it's one or the other.
Oh, weak or slowed. I see.
Let me double check. Because what kind of tactician are you?
Mastermind.
So you'd be slow. Slowed save.
Okay.
The R weak means that you take your stat, the weak version of your stat, so you take your reason -1, and that's the weak. That's what weak is.
Oh, okay.
It's R1 for you.
Sure. Okay. So then, yeah. Unless I don't think that's gonna increase damage, so it can wait if you want to go, Cypher.
I will say the only thing with pain for pain is I think that technically, because let me read pain for pain. Because he just went, he's not going to get pain for pain, because it's if he's been hit since the end of his last turn, he gets pain for pain. But he just went. Yeah. His turn just went, so he's not going to get pain for pain. It won't trigger.
So I can just use just free melee strike at that point. Okay.
So yeah. So if you do want to do Solon, it is more advantage for Yuri to go after the enemy, so he gets smacked.
Got it. Okay, so then maybe I should go again so that we can try and trigger that again. Okay.
Oh, so also, because you got hit, you do have an extra focus because Yuri hit your mark target.
Oh, sick.
You get that once per round.
So I have 3 now.
You're at 3 if you start your turn.
Turn, okay.
Yeah, so yeah, you'd have 3.
3, huh? No. We don't need it slowed. Okay. Then I'm going to... No. Yeah, I'm going to rally up a battle cry.
Okay. So roll your battle cry.
Target everyone. Yeah, just target everyone. It targets 3.
Yep. So yourself and your buddies. So that is a 10. That is a tier 1.
Okay, well.
Everyone still gets damage surge on the tier 1, right?
Yeah, they got a damage surge.
Is it worth me going again?
The only difference would be if it's a tier 3, so it's not worth it.
Okay, so no.
Keep it. Keep your... I'm merely yelling that, go for the vital points! It's injured! And that gives you guys a target to get a search.
Someone has a
so that's 2 damage surges on it, right?
There's 2 surges on it because you marked it and you also gave in surge.
Yeah.
Your comp is so mean against single target creatures.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah.
Hell yeah.
And then, as I yell that, since it's my turn still, I'm calling strike now again. So Yuri hit him again with a free attack.
Okay.
Okay. Let me see. So can you roll for me this time?
Yeah, of course.
Thank you.
Which attack are you using?
The not paying for free strike.
Free strike, okay.
Yeah.
That is a tier 2 with a 12.
Hell yeah!
Technically, it'd be a tier 4 because it has edge, but tier it's a 14 rather. It's a tier 2 with edge.
Then 6 damage. Tier 2.
10 damage because you have battle cry and you have mark. So yeah. I think this guy is kind of tanky. Okay. So yeah, that was you. Would you like to move, Solon?
No, I'm standing still for this.
The Chimera is like, so this guy's smacking me, and that's a problem. But also, you're an issue. So, it is going to move away. So, you can take a free strike. Yuri, because it's running away from you.
Hang on, before I can react to that and tell him I can overwatch it, right?
You can overwatch. So Yuri's getting 2 strikes on this fucker, 2 free melee. So let me roll them.
Another one! It's trying to escape!
Okay, so that's a tier 2 with a 16 and a tier 1 with a 9. So what's your tier 2? We just saw that, so that's a 10. What's your tier 1 result?
3.
3. So that's a
damage.
That is a 7 because wait, when does Battlecry last till?
The next attack.
Okay, so never mind. It's not as juicy as I thought it was. Still though, you that's a good combo there, Yuzu.
You enabled me.
I did enable you. Okay, so it is going to do a thing. Without spending malice, because it can do this. It's a special thing it can do, called Fire Solo. I can use Dragon Eruption Roar without spending malice. So, Dragon Eruption, rather. I can only hit this. You're really good and moved out. So I can only hit you, Solon. But I want you to make me an agility roll.
I did chill. Okay.
Yeah.
How do I? Oh no! Oh no!
That's your dumb stat, isn't it?
Fuck. And I can't add. I don't have anything. Oh
No?
shit.
Yeah. Good luck. 7. No, that's not 7. Why is it saying?
Why does it say 7 on your screen? It says 9 on
that was a Chimera last roll.
Oh.
It hasn't updated for me. So you just have to. What does it say on your screen?
9.
9. Okay, so that's a tier 1. So you get fire breathed at you. So you are taking. Oh, this is going to be mean. 11 fire damage as it roars. It's. I think its snake head comes out and just opens and.
That's fuck. That's near half my health.
Yeah. Don't worry, this is only a special thing it can do. It can't do this all the time. But it's also roaring. So this is burst 5. So let's see. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So it can hit you. It can hit you. And can it hit 1, 2? It can hit everybody with its roar. So I need
even around cover
because it's sound based. Okay, so roar is you are lucky because it is baned and it does have shields on it. 18. It's a tier 3.
Is that a power roll?
It is a power roll.
Reroll that, please.
Okay, I'll reroll it. I'll take the 7 with the tier 1. So you're lucky.
Yeah.
You are all taking 4 psychic damage, but because its attacks...
Oh, I'm winded.
You're only taking 2 damage of psychic.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, because...
I'm still winded.
You're still winded, that's fair. Because it's been marked... Oh, hey, guess what? Yuri, it's attacked something that's not you. You gain a judgment.
Okay. I got a judgment.
Yeah. And that is its turn. Number 1. Who wants to go on the heroes?
He hit me, right?
He did hit you. He hit you. Yeah, he hit you with his roar.
Okay, so can I teleport to him?
If you mark him, yeah. Not mark him.
Yeah.
Wrath him.
I want to wrath him.
Okay.
I want to keep that up.
Okay. How much wrath are you spending on him?
I only got one just now, right?
Well, you've also gained 2 more because of it's your start of your turn.
So I have 3 in total right now.
Yeah, 3 in total. Yep.
Okay. Then I would like to be a little goofy and slap all 3.
Okay, so there's 5, so you can teleport. I have to look something up because so now that he has been wrathed, he's weakened. He's weakened. Motherfucker. Okay, he's been weakened. And yeah, you can teleport. Twice, so you can teleport 4 squares. So you're like, nothing personal, kid. Boop, boop, boop. Yeah, you can literally get behind him anywhere you want. Want to just go right behind on his butt? Or do you want to be either left or right-ish of him?
To the right. Yeah.
You're right. Okay. Your right or his right?
My right.
Okay, there we go. Yeah, that's your right. Yeah, okay, you... Nothing personal him.
Yeah. Nothing personal.
And I will say, there are 5 judgments on him. So if you want, you can cash that in for your 5 judgment ability.
That Behold the face of evil, yeah?
Yep, if you want, or you can pain for pain.
A pain for pain. I'll go for that one.
Yeah, but hold the face of evil I think is better when there's more people.
Yeah, I was there because that's AoE, isn't it? Right?
Kind of, yeah. It makes people around the person you hit frightened and pushes them away.
Yeah,
and they take damage because they get pushed away. So yeah, it's AoE.
Then
it's like splash damage. It's like splash damage.
Yeah. Then yeah, I'll just pain for pain him.
Okay. And do you still need me to roll?
Yes, because it will not open.
Ooh, 15, tier 2.
15 is tier 2 is 6 damage.
Plus the surge, plus the other surge. It's 10 damage. That's so mean. Why are you so mean? My little guy. My little goober.
That's a little goober. I don't want to know what a big goober is.
So yeah, that is... You can technically move, but I think you're kind of happy where you want, right?
Yeah.
Okay. So it's Chimera's turn. Also, someone hit your mark, Yuzu, so take a focus.
Nice. +1.
+1.
Thank you.
It's going to probably attack you. You're a... Actually, you can roar again. I have enough malice. Yeah. Everybody, roar! Oh, that's Bane, motherfucker. Oh,
Hurts.
it hurts. Roar. Oh, here, I'm trying to frighten you all so bad. You're only taking 2 psychic damage, everyone.
Yippee!
Yippee!
5 shield. That's nothing, right?
Oh, you have technically you have double shield, so yeah, that's nothing.
Oh.
No, only for Oswald. Only for Oswald.
No. I don't know why, but that is so menacing. It's like the 2 tall fellas get damaged, but then the short one's like, no, I refuse. I'm not frightened.
So it sounds like Solin is hurting.
Yeah.
Maybe
okay,
something.
I'm gonna have to run out of here.
Something to keep in mind. You do have an ally that could heal you.
Yeah, I was gonna say because I can heal them when it's their turn,
When it's
right?
the start of their turn, you can heal.
When it's the start of their turn, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
So it is Oswald's
If you can
turn.
keep me alive, I'll keep you focused on the battle.
I can do that.
But yeah,
wait, has it been?
No, it's Oswald's
no.
turns now.
Okay.
My turn?
Yeah.
Cool. I want to actually be able to see what's going on here with this fight.
Mhm.
Okay. I see that. I hate that. And I realize now that I put myself into range of the Chimera. So I affect anybody like that. I'm gonna use accelerate on myself because I've moved already.
Yep.
And I want to be able to shift. So I'm gonna immediately shift like down here.
Okay.
To be able to see the Chimera again.
Okay.
And I'm going to use awe on
remember to roll your clarity die. 2.
Cool. Ooh. Still gonna use awe on Solin.
Okay.
So you get temporary stamina equal. You get 4 temporary stamina, and if you had any effect on you, that ends.
So 4 stamina. Okay, thank you.
Yep. Let's say I shifted back here. Actually,
that makes sense. Yeah.
Thank you.
Yep. Do what I can, and that's gonna be my entire turn.
Okay. I also forgot to say this, even though I did this. Remember how the Chimera was weakened?
Yeah.
It took 5 damage to not be weakened.
Cool.
Okay.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Next turn. Who wants to go first?
You said you can heal when someone starts their turn, right?
Yep.
I would like to heal, please.
Okay, so we'll start Solin. So, you're gonna use my life for yours then, Ure?
Yes.
Okay. So, Ure spends 1 recovery die. Solin, you gain your recovery amount.
Like the total?
So you gain, it's a third of your hit points.
Oh, okay. A third. 6.
So you have healed.
Oh, 8.
8. That
Okay,
sounds
thank
more
you.
like it. You have healed 8. And that was just triggered reaction for Ure, so take your turn, Solon. You get your 2 focus.
Back to 3.
Nice.
Okay, I'm going to keep that stored. Actually, I'm going to apply 2 more marks on him to slow him.
Slow him, that's fair. It's against presence that you slow? Or is it?
I think so.
Let me double check. What's the letter in front of it?
R.
R is
it's
reason.
Reason. Oh, my reason's 2.
No, it's reason. Its reason is -2. This thing is slowed. It's not smart. It's an animal.
Good. Then I will move my move, which is 7.
Yep, and you're not in melee with it, so you can.
And as I do that, I call out, "It's distracted! Strike now!" to Ure.
Okay, yeah, you're right. Take your signature action.
Wait, did I use up?
It used an AoE on you last time, so you technically have pain for pain.
Okay, then yes, I would like to roll for pay for pain.
Mm-hmm. And I'm assuming I still need to roll?
Yes, because it will not open.
Yeah, no worries. It's still marked. That is a 21. That's a tier 3. You were so close to critting, but alas.
12 damage.
12 damage plus pain for pain plus being marked. 16 damage. Oh my god. Okay, so we gotta do math. It becomes that. Oh my god. Okay. This thing's looking real. It's not dead. But it's it's still it ain't looking pretty. Okay, yeah, that was Solon's turn. The Chimera is...
Yep.
Well, it's slowed, so I can't chase after you. It is going to use Chorus of Destruction as a villain action. So, the Chimera uses Roar. The Chimera then shifts their speed and can make a free strike against every creature who comes within one of them during the move. When the Chimera ends their movement, they use Dragon Eruption. Oh my god, that's kind of spicy. So you are luckily out of roar distance, Solon. So everyone else,
but it moves, right?
It will move after. Oh, it's shifting. I don't know if it does. Yours just say move or does it just say?
Mine said move, but you treated shifting as move last time.
Okay, yeah, because it does technically move. There's when you move, you can advance or you can shift. But if it just says move, then I guess it's both. But first,
whichever. I'm fine with.
Yeah. So for starters, fucker, it's Bane. I forgot it's Bane. I hit +2, so ignore that. Okay. I love it. It's a tier 1. I can't frighten you guys. You guys are made of sterner stuff. Yurei and Oswald take 2 damage.
Can do.
Okay.
I don't feel frightened because we got a raid.
Oh, wait, what? Oh my god, thank you for the raid, Bunny! I was looking at my notes. Can we get a shout out unless that's Raven happened?
Nope. Hang on.
Thank you. How was your raid, Bunny? Banui VT.
Bunui.
Friend of the show, and I also see some other friends. Hello, Tay. Hello, Willie. Will. Let me be proper. The Volt 587. I don't remember what the Volt something. Volt numbers. But yes, Voltorb. I'm Lavender Gardens. I'm a goth moth, and I do tabletop. And I'm joined by some friends, and you can find their links to their channels in the description. But yes, welcome, Raiders. We are in the middle of combat against a Chimera because a hot lady told them to do so. Let me show you the hot lady.
It's a good reason to do it.
Yeah. This is her.
Yurei, played by Cypher, is beating the shit out of it.
Yeah. Really,
not the hot lady. We don't condone that.
The hot lady. Yeah, the hot lady's watching. She's impressed. She's like, wow, that guy's being the shit out of a Chimera. Okay, yeah, let me get back to my notes. What was I doing? So yeah, I was roaring. So you guys took your lumps. And then the Chimera does some bullshit. So it can make a free strike against each. Okay, again, their speed. So it's I guess it's squeezing to here. So it's going to attack both Yurei and Oswald.
Oh, good.
Yeah. So for Sirs, it's going against Yurei. With a tier 1, I can't roll over shit with this Chimera. I mean, it is Bane, so like, you guys are debuffing it. Okay. So that's 4 damage, 2 damage. I mean, because I forgot you fucking judgment. You're taking 2 damage, Yurei. You can use your Overwatch if you want, Yuzu.
Did they move? Yeah. Then Yurei, take another attack. You get another attack.
And he hit me, right? I got hit.
You got hit
earlier.
You can. Oh, this is a free. This is a free attack, right?
Free attack.
Yeah, you can't use pain.
Free attack. But it would have been funny. Okay, then free melee strike, please.
Mm-hmm. Boop 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 boop. Okay, that's a 20. So tier 3.
11 damage.
Wait, I don't want to get it.
It was the Chimera attacking him, right?
No. This is Cypher. This is Cypher.
Oh, okay.
It says
cool.
Chimera.
I was very confused.
It says Chimera because it's the last token I clicked on.
Okay, very confused. Okay. Good.
No, this is a good thing. So, what's your tier 3 result for damage with your free strike?
11.
So 11. So it's 13 because it's been marked. Okay, you smack it real good. Okay. Okay, now it's going to try and attack you, Oswald, as it bites you. It has bane, so I can't do that. Tier 1 with a 5! You're taking 2 damage, because technically it's been wrath, so it's been debuffed. And I think technically it's no damage because it roared at you. So you have your shields from your bullshit. So
that's right.
It claws at you and just a psychic energy shield comes up and pings off.
And we already took 2 damage from the roar earlier.
Yeah, you did take your 2 damage from the roar earlier.
Yeah.
So sad. My Caveras. You guys are mean. Okay.
Come here's out here with a fat ass, just being like, "How come everyone's so mean to me?"
How come everyone's so mean? It does use Dragon Eruption though, so it is going to shoot fire at you, Oswald. Cause fuck you.
I hate that.
Yeah. Can you make me an agility roll, Oswald?
Yeah, my agility's pretty good.
Okay. We'll be the judge of that. Tier 1. You're taking, with your shields, 9 fire damage.
Oof.
Yeah, as you get singed as it opens its dragon maw and goes, "Whoa."
Ouchies.
Happy about that. I like when I don't have to roll.
Fire damage, you said?
Guaranteed attack?
Yeah, so you're taking 5 extra damage. Yeah.
I'm down then.
You're down?
Yeah, yeah. Okay. I'm at 0. That was
0?
14 damage total.
Okay, so you are
my total pool is 18.
You're not down. You are currently dying, which means you gain the bleeding condition, but you don't bleed.
I don't, because I have blood.
You don't have blood. So when you hit negative...
Nobody makes me bleed my own blood.
No one makes you bleed your own blood. When you get to -9, you'll be dead with fire.
Oh, good.
Good.
That.
If you get to -9 with just attacking, you just go inanimate for 12 hours. Because you're undead. So you're dying. So that's really lovely. It is currently either Yurei or Oswald's turn.
If it's Oz's turn, then I can heal him, right?
You did use it earlier in Solon. You can still heal him, but you'll have to physically run up to him and heal him. Use the heal action.
Okay. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Fuck, what can I even do?
I mean, I can go first.
Okay.
Yeah.
And that way you have that as an ability. Let me go.
Okay. Yeah, ooh, clarity.
Did you do anything spicy? Did either of you do anything spicy the last round that you'd like to repeat?
We did a super combo to deal damage, but did you have something specific?
Yes, I can do something that makes you just
do the thing
redo that.
Did again, yeah.
Yeah.
Like all over? Wow. Okay.
Yeah. So is one of those 2 things that you guys did good enough to warrant that?
The problem is
you don't use any.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
The thing that they did was to make Yurei attack the thing, and Yurei's not in combat, or Yurei's not in melee anymore. Because Solon ordered Yurei to attack.
I could use a maneuver in an action slot, right?
Yep, you can downgrade.
Yeah, so here's what I can do. I could have Yurei move right now, shift
2, which would be enough to get in
shift
range.
Yeah, shift 2, and then have Yurei repeat that.
Okay, yeah. Boop. Boop. Is that what you want to do? Then yep.
Yes, I'll do that.
Okay.
So, attack him.
All right. Then this is a free.
This is pain
thing,
for pain
right?
because you're
Pain. Okay,
you're redoing your
then pain.
last turn, which was pain for pain.
Okay,
Yep.
then yeah, pain for pain.
Okay.
And it costs you nothing.
Oh my god, you crit.
Yeah.
24. So crit means you get another action after this. So do pain for pain. What's your tier 3 result?
Tier 3 result is 12 damage.
12 plus the surge, plus the double surge. So 14, 16. Okay. You get another action, Yuri. What do you want to do?
Since I used pain for pain, I will do can I move to Oz?
You can only do one
And heal
action.
him?
You can't move.
Oh right, okay. Then can I just melee strike him?
Yep.
Or okay, then yeah.
Okay, 17 is a tier 3. What's your tier 3?
I love it.
Oh,
How do you kill this chimera?
Okay. Oh, I'm so happy. Okay, so I like to think that all those strikes, I've been like walloping the heads, right?
Mhm.
And just like it, almost exhausting levels. And then my final move is I drag the wheel and then open it and then slam it up like an uppercut, but with the wheel. But then as a finisher, because my whole goal was to show off this weapon, I open the middle and you hear this like hollowing screech, because to demonstrate that this thing is not just like, oh, it's a piece of metal. Like, no, it's a horrifying thing. And then when it lands on the chimera and starts drilling, you just hear this bone crushing face like grinding like to the ground, and he's doing it for each head.
Okay.
and as it's happening,
Mhm.
I'm gonna mind link the what was her name?
Lo Casa.
Lycosa.
Lycosa.
Rosa?
Yeah.
Yes. Isn't it wondrous? This
That's
bloodshed.
amazing. She has a big smile on her face. You're all combat. You did it. You killed the thing. What you can do, Oswald, because I know you're very worried about dying again.
Yes.
Everyone can spend recovery points, as many as you want, to top back up to however math it out, right?
That just gives you a third of your thing back.
It gives
right?
a third of your health back. Yep.
Right.
That's that. Do it. You did it! You gained a victory! Not only that, you impressed. You impressed the shit out of her. She is clapping. She's walking over, and she walks over to you, Yuri, and she's like, she hands you a knife, like a carving knife, like a skinning knife rather, and she's like, well, you finished it. It's your honors. That mane is yours.
He looks at the knife and he looks a bit puzzled, and then he asks like, what is this for?
Why,
Like
skinning the beast.
He takes the knife and he nods.
Okay. So you have acquired a chimera pelt.
Oh,
Is that worth a lot of money?
To Chimerians, it's a status symbol.
Oh, well, you're gonna have to wear that for the rest of the encounter.
Yeah,
You're right.
because he doesn't know this information yet. After he does that, he looks at her and goes, "What do I do with this?"
Why, you've just earned yourself in Chimerian culture. You said you want it in with our society? That's your ticket. Even the elders have to respect you. You've slain a chimera.
Oh, like he has this expression with his like mouth where he's like, oh, he's at an awe. Like, okay, so that's how that works. Oh. And then he looks at her and then he says, I will wear it here with honor for your culture. And then he does he wait, does he know this culture's uh they're like gestures or like bows or stuff like that?
I don't know if you know Chimerian. You'd have to roll to find out if you've heard anything.
Yeah, can I roll for that? Like if he knows?
So yeah, that'd be like a culture roll.
Yeah.
And probably presence would make sense because you'd overhear it from your travels.
Yeah. Okay, yeah.
So what am I adding to your roll?
Presence is +2.
Okay. Do you have culture as a skill?
No.
Do you have any skills you think might be appropriate?
No, not really.
Okay.
Because
That's fair.
yeah, interrogate and lie. No, I'm not doing.
Okay. Tier 1 with a 7. Yeah, it's Chimera is so far from home that you wouldn't. I think you don't know their customs.
Yeah. Okay. Then, in that case, he does like a gesture from his home where he like sort of bows while like gently what's the word for it? You know how like those people where they like do like a very posh bow with like their hand like close to their chest.
Okay, yeah.
Like kind of like that, and yeah, he then he like puts like he like holds onto the pelt.
Okay.
Not sure how to wear it because he doesn't know where it goes.
Fair. To be fair, this pelt hasn't been made into like a cape yet. You've literally just like made it basically just like whoop and cut it off.
Yeah,
you have to get it tailored, but like you have it, so it's a
I like to think he doesn't know that yet.
Okay, so
since he doesn't know about the culture, so he thinks right now I have to wear it like this, and then he's like
covered
trying
in
to put
blood.
it on.
It's covered in blood still. So you just laughing. And I think Lakosa is like real impressed. She's like, wow, you're wasting no time. Like it's still bloody. Like that's, you know what? That's impressive. That's hot. She's like, that's hot.
But like to him, he's really confused because in his mind it's like I just grinded him and like so much blood was spilled, so he thought, he asks, is this not supposed to happen? Like, do you not do this? And then he just puts it on top of him, and it's like his hat is clearly blocking it. It looks ridiculous now, but he's taking it seriously.
Normally we got them tailored so we can actually wear them, but to each their own.
Oh, when he heard you have to get them tailored, he all of a sudden just feels stupid. And he's like, oh, and now he pulls it he takes it off and then he just holds it like with his hands and he's like, he does a gesture, I'll get it tailored.
No. Hold on. No need to be in such a rush to get it tailored, Yurei. After all, it's a fresh pelt. Wouldn't that be the most honorable thing to hold on to for the time being? It means that you're fresh for the fight.
I can see some reason behind that.
and then Yuri just kind of like he goes like he takes bits of like his like clothing and he just starts smelling and then he's just like, why? I've never killed anything. Like he looks at the chimera and he's just like, I haven't killed anything that big before. Damn. And then he's looking at the pelt and he's just like, whoa. So now he's just like at an awe. He's just kind of staring off like, damn. But now he's curious what it will look like as a pelt because he's never seen one before.
Well, actually, she's wearing one.
Oh, then
let me
can I do this thing where like Yuri asks like, does it look like that? And he points at her pelt.
She nods.
He's like, oh. And then afterwards he says, okay, I can see why I looked a bit ridiculous. Like he gestures because now it's like you don't wear it like this.
Mm-hmm.
Put it on your hat. So then he had 2 hats.
Yeah. But yeah, she's gonna start dragging the body out of the cave. She's like, the meat's good. We'll have a feast. And yeah, she just starts like hefting this like she's like jacked, right? She's tough. But like even with her, physique, like she's just picking this thing up, popping on her shoulder, and just walking out with a whole ass chimera.
Do you need help?
This one's a small one.
You're like sort of gestures at Solon's like, I don't think she's the one that needs help. And then he's pointing at the dead chimera body. I think he did.
So yeah, you head back to the rowboat, and she's looking, and she starts like gesturing towards the boat, and they start sending a second rowboat over because this thing's big enough that like I don't think a single rowboat is enough to drag it back. Actually, I think what it actually is she's gonna leave it on the shore, and a second rowboat is going off to the port to get a cart to pick this up. So she's gonna leave this here, and y'all get in the rowboat. And she's like, "Well, you've earned passage to our city. Let's go back to your crew, and we can head to the city and talk there." So yeah, you head back to the boat, the Gray Seawolf, and then you head back to the Swift Starbreeze, and they guide the Swift Starbreeze back, or into, not back. They guide it to the port city of Duru on Durusos, and it's kind of like in this little nook right here. Yeah.
This one.
Yeah. So yeah, you head in there, and it's a pretty like it's not as big as Kreta was, because Kreta's like a massive port city for like it's right in the smack dab, but like it's it's sizable. It's a sizable kind of almost like an outpost. And so yeah, as you're heading off the boat, there are some Chimeran soldiers, and they look like they're about to ask questions, and then they see Lucosa come off the ship, and then they see Yurei coming off with the pelt, and the guy who looks like he's in charge immediately like just stopped in his tracks and makes way, and he's like, "Oh, okay, don't know the context, but I see a pelt. I know when to give honor when it's needed." So he makes way for you all to go on through. And you head up into almost like a barracks.
Hold on, before we get in there, while they're looking, I'm gonna hype them up. I'm gonna be like, yes, make way for the great Yurei, slayer of chimeras.
Then
Can we like sway them on to decide with a brag?
Yeah, you can brag. A roll presence. That's definitely a presence roll. That is 14 is a tier 2. Yeah, some guys start clapping. They're like, yeah! Woo!
Yes, gaze upon him, for he is a newly born Chimera Slayer.
They're like, yeah. They're definitely giving you respect. They're like, oh shit. Because like a lot of these like rank and file soldiers, they don't have what it takes to slay like a Chimera. They're just guys in the army, right? They don't have like pelts. They're not wearing the mains. They're just wearing like togas and like armor. So they're like, oh, an outsider did that? That guy must be tough. And he's with Lacosa? Why is the general's daughter guiding these strangers into shut up, they have a pelt. It's like, oh yeah, show respect. What was that?
No, I'm just like overhearing, oh, the general's daughter, huh? Yeah. Make note of that.
Yeah. So yeah, they're like, show respect and all that. So yeah, you head into the barracks, and you're taken to kind of like a dining hall, and there is a big like almost not like a throne seat, but it's a more important seat than the others. And Lagosa just goes up to it, takes her sword, puts it in on like a little holder above the seat, slumps down, and like in the picture, she sits like that, like kind of cross-legged, one leg down, one leg resting on the seat. And she's like, well, welcome to my island. Make yourselves at home. We will, once the beast has been brought into town, we will serve it up to you, and we will have a feast on what you have slain.
Ah, excellent.
Now, you said you're here on, what was it, some cultural exchange program or something?
Well, there is that. We're actually here for multiple reasons. That was full disclosure. That was my attempt to get onto your good graces, as you probably suspected.
Of course.
Well, since my compatriot here was able to prove his worth, I would like to prove mine to you also. But I am not as physically fit, you see.
I saw how you handled the bow. I saw how you led your companions in battle.
Oh, definitely. I'm more of a tactician. I think about these things. Mm-hmm. However, I'd say that my specialty is in conversation, if you will. And from the stories that I've heard, I've sensed tension with, as we noted earlier, tension with the old guard and the new. Is that correct?
I can make no false pretense about it. The War Council is split.
If I might ask, split on what?
Well, by all rights, she gestures towards Yurei. He is a member of our society, enough to petition to be on the council. So he deserves to know now. You've known that we closed our borders, but there's more to it than that. Something strange is going on in our lands. Something foul and rotten. And well, the council is preparing for war. They want to close off to the rest of the nations. They don't trust the nations. They don't know what this rotten, foul plague is. We don't know which nation caused it. So, It could be any of them. We're viewing them at, well, the faction that wants to go to war is viewing all nations as potential enemies. The other nation feels that we are stronger together like we were in the past. If there's a threat that not only harms our homeland, but the rest of our nation, some of us view that as our duty to protect all of us and not just our home.
Rotten, you say? I look at Ure.
Yuri puts his hand up and
Yes.
he asks, "Can you he gestures? Can you elaborate on rotten?"
Ugh. Strange. A plague that affects the skin. It starts off as a rash, but it develops and it's not zombification, it's something else. It's this flesh, it's still alive. We've never seen anything like it. And then
the Yurei gestures that he is very aware of this disease you speak of, and then he explains about the whole, these are cult members. They serve and believe and devote their lives to who we call the Red King. And the more they devout themselves, the more hideous they become. And then he explains the rest that we've said in the before. He breaks it all down to her.
Well, I suppose maybe this was fate that you have come this way. You know all about this, and well, you've proven yourself to be a member of our society. I don't know if the old guard will listen, but the new guard will definitely support you.
Push up my glasses. Don't worry about the old guard. Let me handle the talking to them. As long as I have your permission and we have Yurei's proof of membership, that should be enough.
Well, I do not doubt your prowess, but my father can be very stubborn. But he is also my father, and I know him well. He's worried because there's another factor at issue. He does not know if it's connected or not, but his wife, my stepmother, is plagued by some disease. Not like this disease of the flesh. Her body has gone unnaturally cold. Her vision almost frosted over. It's hard for her to see so most days. If any of you know about this, if you could maybe find a cure, he would be indebted to you, and that would be enough to sway him. He is a big proponent on the isolation faction. If you win him over, that might be enough to swing most of the council in our favor. Whether you do it by words or by deeds, it matters not. Just know that...
Yurei gestures that he may be able to help narrow it down. And he says that you saw that I was able to, that I healed my allies. And then he expresses that whenever he does that, when he's next to the patient, he's extrapolating things while healing, and thus he can tell whether or not it's something that he is aware of or it's something else. But he doesn't know what that is, but he wants to make sure that it's not what he thinks it is.
Of course. Well, you are welcome to go to the mainland, the main island. My father will not let you in, but we can sneak you in. I think what he doesn't know won't hurt him, and if it benefits my stepmother, then Well, I have to take that. But
you have our gratitude.
And you have mine.
The Ure does his homeland's sort of like salute, where he's holding his weapon up with his right hand, and then his left hand is doing that bow thing again, and then he gestures, by the grace of my by the will of my home and my people, I vow to not leave this land until every one of those cult members are gone, and that your mother, the stepmom, right?
Stepmom, yeah.
Yeah, that thy stepmom is better. No force on heaven on earth can repel this act. And then he does the gesture.
She nods. Unfamiliar with the gesture, but very familiar with the intent behind it. But enough talk. I believe we have a feast to attend to.
Of course. Oh, but before I forget, I actually had one more thing to ask you about.
Mm-hmm.
Is that arm a prosthetic? It's very realistic.
It is indeed. The finest craftsman of Athos made it.
Would you be able to introduce our friend, our bodiless friend here? As you can see, we're gonna need a few.
Beat me to the question I was going to ask when during a more polite event like the feast, but yes, if you have any way that I can strive to get back to fighting shape, including an introduction,
Well,
literally life-changing for me.
Of course. I mean, you have pledged your services to helping my stepmother. I feel it's the least I can do. There are definitely craftsmen that I can. I'll send a letter. I'll write a letter, and you can take it to the craftsman. The finest of Athos in terms of prosthetics, I'm told.
While that's happening, and she's explaining that, I'm gonna just mind speech to Solin real quick and say, Solin, do I just tell her who I am? I don't know what their reaction will be, but they might know what happened to my body.
Maybe. Is there a role I can roll to like judge their character?
Read person is one of those.
Shit. I don't think
I have that.
Okay, I think you're going to have to make that call yourself then.
Okay.
Okay, tier 2 with a 13. You definitely like have got the vibe that like she doesn't super care about what the old guard thinks, and like yeah, she does tradition up to a point, but like she's kind of more, more new school in her thought. So she might not care. It's kind of one of those things that you won't know until you say it out loud. But you're getting the vibe that she's more leaning towards the indifference, maybe.
I'm going to take the chance.
Okay.
Don't worry. In case it goes bad, I have a plan for backing you up.
Thank you.
Go ahead.
She also, just before, she mentions the name of the craftsman, the artisan, as Pello. Pello. Yes, Pello.
Oh, Pello.
Yeah. Go ahead.
Lycosa, there's a reason that I ended up this way, now that we're talking about this. And this might help telling you, my name is Oswald Braga. I was a Cyprian Marine who died on and was subsequently risen on Petros. I do not know what happened to my body in that battle. If you are familiar with I'm about 100 years old.
Well,
if you know my name, then you know what that means.
That's gotten interesting. You see, she kind of is leaning forward. There's like a certain intensity behind her eyes. I may have known. Oh, there's no. I should just be forward and say it. I know the man who slayed you. It's my father. He led the attack on Creta those 100 years ago.
Fair. Well, I think fair play to him. That was on your side's behalf. That was a well fought battle. I cannot say the same for mine.
From what he's got, let's try again. From what I've gathered from what he told me from the stories, you were left to rot. No pun intended, of course. Didn't mean. I should have thought that one better. Sorry. You were left behind, and well, one man can only do so much against an army.
What he can do, at the very least, is make, even if history does not agree, is make a valiant last stand. You believe what what I've read in your history books? I was a coward who begged for his life and was, slain on the spot, left to rot. Clearly, if you see what is left of me, my injuries tell you a different story.
Yes.
I fought to my death. I fought valiantly and proudly, and I was beheaded.
I'll have you know, the history books here speak another matter for you. That is mostly a Western, Hecenae fashion. We know the truth. We know that you're betrayed by the. Well, I don't know if you know this actually, because this might be knowledge after your death. You were betrayed. Someone on the inside. They worked with us. That's how we got in so easily.
That is at the same time not very surprising to hear and devastating.
Understandable.
You can understand how it would drive a man to rage.
Of course.
Do you know what became of my body?
I personally cannot say, but maybe Father will have another, insight or two about it.
Out of character, Lav. Are you implying that her dad personally killed me?
Yeah.
Okay.
She realizes that she sees the recognition in your eyes. Oh, I should probably clarify. My father's a high elf. I was adopted, but you know how elves live a longer life than humans. He may be old, but he's still in his peak.
I'm aware. Well, if anyone knows that my story is true, it would be your father.
Of course. So I think...
Would you call your father an honorable sort?
Stubborn, but honorable.
then yes, he probably would listen to reason for this.
But first, getting into his good graces seems to be the priority. As he is right now, he'd probably throw you out of court, even with a esteemed member of society as one over there and pointing at Yuri.
I don't blame him. I mean, if I saw a remnant of a man that I had fought to the death and ended after a hard fought battle, a hard fought fight in decapitation, I wouldn't exactly be thrilled to see him show up either.
No.
What would he assume? Like, he sees my face, knows who I am, and immediately thinks, "Oh, this man is back to kill me."
A revenge, yes, that is the most likely motive. But if you find what's wrong with his wife, you help her, well, he'll be indebted to you. He'll have no choice but to listen.
You know what's funny? And I know you hate jokes, so this isn't actually funny, Akosa. What's funny is I am less mad at your country and your father than I am with whoever the hell betrayed me.
Understandable. We may have worked with him, but even our history books, he's given the nickname of the Bastard. We exiled him after the war. If he betrayed his own people, who's to say he wouldn't betray ours?
Give him too light a sentence.
As to what became of him, I do not know.
Sounds like I have two boons to ask of your father.
Well, better make them count.
Oswald nods. That last part.
Any more dramatic reveals? Any other family secrets anyone wants to share?
No, I think we're fresh out of 100-year-old dead men.
Okay. Well, then let's have a feast.
Yeah, Solin's gonna, like, slap their face to snap out of it. Yes, let's have a meal. A good meal after massive slaying will brighten up our spirits.
A question before we do this. Are we going to be eating with the court?
No, they're on the main island.
Good. That is for the best.
Yes, very few of the council members make home here. This is mostly a training outpost. And also a place that they send those that they... well, whose favor might have waned with them. I used to be on the council myself, but they didn't really agree with my views. I was too outspoken about my support for the rest of the country. How we shouldn't just look after ourselves, and so I was sent to govern this nice little corner of paradise, as it were.
Let's see if we can do something about that, too.
Oh.
Yeah. I know what it's like to live in a country like that. In fact, that's why I'm here. My journey is taking me to try and gather assistance from others to prevent such an occurrence. So, we will absolutely help you with that as well.
Excellent. I care not about manner of position or power. Mostly care about making sure the right thing is done. But I think we might all be in agreement on that.
You would be correct. But yes, feast.
Yes. She does 2 claps, and some chefs come in with prepared chimera meat. And as the doors open, because you're given a private audience with her, the rest of the crew of the Swift Seabreeze has entered. And so you see the captain very excited. She's basically like in reverence of Lycosa. Lycosa is kind of a legend, at least on the seas. She commands a pretty mean ship. So during the feast, the captain's asking. She's basically like nerding out and asking all like sailing questions. So they're having a nice back and forth.
And I ordered drinks for the bar.
Yeah.
For everyone.
Yeah, you're given
right.
wine and pitchers of wine and ale.
Cool, and then I'd like to toast to the brave Ure for slaying that foul beast.
Woo!
The Ure is like looking at the Pell and then his clothes because we still haven't established or said anything about that he washed off the blood. So
you immediately came here, so you're still holding a bloody pelt.
Yeah. So
Yeah.
the bit I want to do is he's just kind of standing there awkwardly because he doesn't know if this is normal. So he asks, "Is it normal to be this bloody and smelly when you're feasting?"
In Chimeria, of course. And this is Lycosa.
Oh.
What a man he is, fresh from the slaughter. You can even see the entrails.
He thinks he's supposed to show us that he wiggles. he doesn't know what he's doing. He just thinks, I think you do this.
That's funny. That's killing me. Okay. We're good.
And one question is there, and is the because he's never had like you said there's like wine and stuff.
Yes, there's lots of wine,
okay.
And Chimerian wine is way stronger than the rest of Hecenae wine.
Okay, then I'd like no, because I kind of want him to suffer a bit. So I like it. I wanted to ask, is it okay if that when he tries it, he kind of like. Because he's never had wine before, or any drink of this kind. He kind of like does this thing where like when you like skewer your eyes,
yeah,
and you're like, oh, whoa, what is that?
Ooh,
what?
It's so strong.
And he starts like fidgeting like around. Kind of like that show we watched,
Yes.
Yeah, I'm just showing this for spasm. So he's like, what is this? What is this drink?
Look, witness him. He is still itching for battle.
What? and he's like, as he said that, he's like using his right hand, but he's failing to like stop him. Like, don't stop talking. But he can't speak, so he's just.
This is gonna work.
Palm's like, is he okay? I know this stuff is a bit strong. I'll get him water.
I wanted to roll if he succeeds on attempting to write down what he's feeling.
Okay.
Because I like to think some people in there are thinking he's like hyped up or like they're not understanding that he's the. So I like to. I can't roll that. So can you roll that?
Yeah. I think So, is there any skills that you think would be appropriate?
No. I mean, like the skills. No.
Okay. So how about are you trying to go about writing? Are you just trying to like bear through the pain?
like it's like trying to write it like properly and not like write scribbles, and it's just like nonsense. It's like what are you doing? What is this?
Fair. Yeah, I think like this is kind of like some sort of endurance thing, right? Um, so we'll say might make sense.
Okay.
A tier 1 with an 11. I think
Yes!
your scribbling is too incoherent. You just can't write down the words properly.
And you just see like the just he's writing nonsense, and and I wanted to ask, is it okay if he accidentally, because of his scribbles, he accidentally wrote like nice or like something positive, which makes people think that he wants more?
Okay, yeah. Yeah, definitely.
Because he got a tier 1.
Yeah, people are like, oh, you want more? Yeah, we'll drink you. We'll get more. I think Palm does realize what, because she's a smart cookie. She's like, she's also a sailor who drinks a lot, so she's like, I see what happens when I've seen it before. So she is getting water, but other people are pouring more into your drink.
The red wine scares him.
Okay. So yeah, more people fill up your wine, but I think Palm sleight of hands it and replaces it with water. So she grabs the wine and drinks it for herself, and you have water.
He chugs the water and he gestures like, thank you so much, thank you. He apologizes like with a gesture that he's never had this before.
Fair, especially a Camarian wine.
He said like he gestures like, drinking like all the drinks I've had so far, and outside my home feels like I'm fighting a battle. It's like I fought that chimera again.
I think Lycosa slaps you on the back. It's like, well, the only way to adapt to something is to keep doing it and endure it. She slaps another drink in front of you, and she looks at you expectantly.
Okay, because of this situation, can I roll on whether or not he like can take it?
Okay.
Like as in he doesn't go like, like he doesn't spasm, but it still doesn't like feel good.
Mm-hmm. Also hydrate. And
speaking of,
check.
we got hydrate.
Yes.
Yeah, your is definitely gonna hydrate.
Cool.
Holy shit!
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you. Not for Ure though.
But yeah, so yeah, I think this is like some sort of endurance roll.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. So yeah, do you have endurance or anything like that?
I have endurance,
Okay.
but that's an exploration.
No, that works.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
Okay.
We'll see.
Yeah.
Hey, a 23, tier 3.
Oh.
You're able to hold this one down. I think it's fighting with you the whole time, but you're like, I gotta be strong.
Yeah, I like to think that he's like gritting his teeth. He's like, take it, take the drink, and he can't shout, so he does like a like a hand slam, sorry, like a fist slam with his left hand.
Mm-hmm.
Like he's like because the drink's like, I feel like if you were to take it all in, you're kind of like hyping yourself up. So yeah, he's like my boy Yuri is
Going through it.
breaking his shell. Yeah, he's breaking his quiet shell.
Okay. Anything else anyone wants to do at the feast?
I think the entire time that this whole thing's going on, poor Oswald is just like trying to drink some of the wine and having it like spill out of his neck hole, and just being like, "Oh, well, at least I can taste it," while watching these antics happening.
Fair.
No one's probably saying anything important while
Not
we're getting drunk off our ass, right?
really. It's more so it's a party. I don't think anyone's having any like, political kind of notion. It's more just like people cheering. A lot of people crowding around Yuri because they want to see, the guy who slayed. I mean, you guys helped out too, but he got the killing blow.
No, exactly.
And also just seeing like
we need
him,
to do
a lot of people are like, oh, this guy can't handle his drink, ha ha ha. But he can slay Chimera, so that's kind of scary. So we do have to keep that in mind.
And no, I think I'm good.
Okay.
Also.
So yeah, the night comes to a close. Or I think both in game and in stream. I think we're gonna call session here.
Okay.
Hell yeah.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Yay!
Yeah. Do y'all have a good
Let's
time?
go. Yeah.
Good.
I'm only left with more questions. I gotta know about that bastard.
Yeah.
Same.
Yeah. And you'll find out. You'll find out next week. But I'm just saying it's a shame that someone couldn't be here tonight because a plot thread is being woven in for them too. It's Mara. Mara has a plot thread.
Yeah, everyone's getting plot threads today. Hell yeah.
So she'll find out next session, and then she'll probably let y'all know about it, which is exciting. But yeah, I'm glad that the plot, the plot's thickening.
Good work, Lav. This is intriguing.
Good. I'm glad that you're all enjoying it and you're intrigued. You're curious about what is gonna happen, because yeah, I've been cooking. Aw, thank you, Mana. Thank you for being here and watching with us. Yes, I'm glad you.
The entire time. That's crazy.
Yes, very appreciated.
Thank you.
Yeah. But yes, I will say for some upcoming events this Tuesday. Well, actually, we should do chronologically. Tomorrow on Vile User's channel. Bleh. It's his birthday and he's doing karaoke. Go see it.
Let's go!
Yay! Yeah, karaoke. Yeah, in the morning.
Yeah, that's
Road
like
Destruction returns.
Is that like noon your time?
12 p.m. Pacific Standard Time, unless it's not standard right now, in which case it's the other one.
I think it's standard, but well, that's who's to say.
And then, more importantly, later that night, Dokapon's back. I fell asleep last week.
Yeah, Dokapon's back. Hell yeah. And then Tuesday, the last of the User Chronicles. What's it called?
Yes.
What's the name for it?
A Gauntlet of Destruction reaches its climax.
Yes, so the exciting climax will happen. Expect some some very fun challenges and head-to-head battles with various video games.
Some twists and turns.
Twists and turns may be revealed. So yeah, that is exciting. And then Wednesday, back with Danganronpa V3. We met all the cast and characters. Let's get into the meat and potatoes of the game. Let's find out, where's it going? I'm really excited. I'm excited to see.
Have a real good time.
Yeah.
Yeah, Dookie Grandpa.
Yeah.
Dookie Grandpa, version 3. And yeah, and then lastly, we come back around to full
As
circle.
far as you know.
Yes. To our week. And then, yeah, if anyone...
Skip, aren't you also streaming throughout the week?
I was going to say. If anyone else has any fun stream things.
Yeah, at some point. I mean, I'm here every week, and we'll definitely be on your Gauntlet of Destruction.
Woo!
And I can't wait to see if
That's
you
one
continue.
of the legendary heroes.
I can't wait to see if you continue forcing me into body horror situations. So thank you.
You will.
With consent.
Yeah.
But yes.
And yeah, and then Zephyr is streaming basically every day. It's just, I think it's early in the morning for me. It's, because it's Indonesian time. But he is currently doing Metaphors. If you want to see the hotness, that is one of the best Atlas games. I'm not being a hyperbole. I legit think it is one of the best ones.
Good. Extremely good.
Extremely good. Check that
Cypher,
out.
can you give us your Tibetan monk chanting?
No.
Please.
One, I'm British. Half. Two, alongside that, I'm gonna piss off so many people.
Oh, sorry. Okay.
Wait. Do you mean like what I rate the monk singing, or
No, I wanted you to recount it for us as a reveal.
Oh. Okay. I thought you meant the. It's 10 out of 10.
Yeah.
But
And if you want to hear Cypher sing like a Tibetan monk, you get on there. No, please, no. But yeah, no, I don't have a schedule with this stuff because my internet is doo doo. Sometimes, like the past week, my modem just kept dying. Yay!
Yeah.
That's why I never post them.
Fair.
Okay.
But I will be there for users karaoke, singing "All Hail Shadow." Hell yeah, let's go!
Oh yeah.
I've been practicing for so long. I'm so ready.
You do it. I think that's everything.
That's everything.
Yeah.
Okay. Just trying to figure out who to raid. I do see sad.
While you do that, I
competition.
just remembered something.
Yes.
Yeah, raid sad. I just remembered something. As real quick while heading off to bed,
Mm-hmm.
Solin writes down in his notebook, front wheel formation.
Front wheel formation.
That's what we're gonna call what we did.
That's the episode
today. The
title.
front wheel formation.
Front wheel formation. That's good. Okay.
That's a new tactic.
Oh.
Thank you.
I think Sad literally just ended stream.
That's so funny.
Yeah. So,
Oh, well, shit. That sucks. You know what? It was his birthday. He's probably tired.
he's probably tired. Yeah, that's fair. Let's find someone else to raid. I do see. Let me see. Boop, 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 boop. Proxy, one of my friends. I actually play tabletop with her on Saturdays. She is doing Halls of Torment. I have no idea what Halls of Torment is, but it looks cool. So yeah, let's raid her.
Let's find out.
The torment is stored in the halls.
The torment is.
I was just about to goddamn beat to it. Fuck, dude. I was like, oh, and then Skip says it.
Yeah.
Same, bro. Oh.
Okay. Y'all have a good night and take care. Have a good weekend. Bye.
Yeah. Thank you.
Goodbye.